KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450, Yankton's home team.
You are listening to Mount Marty University Baseball on KYNT, Yankton's home team and the flagship station for Lancer Athletics. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Dakota Beverage, Lewis and Clark Ford, Dakota Mac, Fairfield Inn and Suites, and Holiday Inn Express in Yankton, Foreman Tours, Sherco, Pizza Ranch, Parker Hannafin, Gerstner Oil, The Meat Lodge, Marlowe Woodward and Huff, Core Trust Bank, Aztec, Runza, Conkling Distributing, The Move Group, Avera.
Now we go live to the action.
Good morning and welcome into the final day of the Morningside Pod, day 3 of the GPAC tournament in Yankton. We are in the final day of pods in the GPAC. 2 winners will come out of today. They'll meet Monday for the GPAC championship. 1 9-inning game Monday afternoon to decide who wins this prestigious conference. When we started off for today, we've got at least 1 game in the books. About to start, Mount Marty University versus Morningside. Mount Marty undefeated coming into today in this tournament. They have the advantage. They need only 1 game in order to advance to Monday. Morningside, on the other hand, has to win 2 straight against this Mount Marty program to get to Monday. On the other side of the bracket, down in Seward, Nebraska, Concordia and Briarcliff in a similar situation. Briarcliff got the upset victory, walked off the 9th inning after 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th in game 1 yesterday to make it to today undefeated. Briarcliff needs 1 game. Concordia needs 2. Those games starting at 3 are games in about a half hour. I'm Tel Tanner alongside Braden Butler today in Yankton for day 3.
Should be a great one today, Tel. And these teams, the old saying is familiarity breeds contempt. I don't want to say these teams don't like each other, but they probably don't like seeing each other, as this is the 6th time they have played since the 23rd of April. So you got 6 games in about 9 or 10 days between these 2 squads. Definitely familiar with each other the way things are going.
Yeah, that's 9 days. 9 days. This will be the sixth meeting, which is just ridiculous. And Morningside, in those previous 5, had the advantage early. They did sweep Mount Marty in the regular season, 3 walk-off victories of the first 4 games as well, and a heartbreaking final loss in there. That ended up claiming Morningside the 2 seed in the GPAC tournament. Morningside, once again, without a home field this season. They asked Mount Marty to help out and co-host this tournament, and that's how we get co-hosting teams meeting in the pod championship. You could say they were destined to meet here. Mount Marty, Morningside, we're about a half hour away from the 2-7 seed.
It's like the Dark Knight with Joker and Batman. I guess we're just destined to do this forever right now between the Mustangs and the Lancers. But, hey, it's been a lot of fun so far. You mentioned 3 tough losses for the Lancers in their 4-game season series, 3 walk-offs for Morningside. Every game has been pretty close. 1-run games, obviously the first 3. It was a 5-run win for Morningside in their regular season finale, 11-6. And then Mount Marty got the win here in Yankton the other night, 8-5. That was the final game of day 1 of this pod. So very good game so far, very hotly contested.
Teams that know each other very well, both of them trying to write the other out of the story in the final chapter about to begin in Yankton. Alongside Braden Butler, I'm Tel Tanner, your pregame show from Coors Light and Miller Lite. Always remember, drink responsibly. We'll take a break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes and start talking about the tournament to this point on both sides of the bracket. Back after this on KYNT.
Hard Mountain Dew, the dew you love with a kick of 5% alcohol. It's a new flavored malt beverage available in 4 bold flavors, including Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, Live Wire, and Watermelon. Mountain Dew lovers of legal drinking age can experience the bold citrus flavors of the soft drink they know and love with 5% alcohol, 0 caffeine, and no added sugar. Experience hard flavors like Original Mountain Dew, Live Wire, Baja Blast, Watermelon, or Baja Blast Pineapple, Punch, and Mango flavors. Get your Dew today.
Hey, son, can you hand me that vice grip? As any farmer or rancher knows, having the right tools in the toolbox is important. That goes for your ag lending as well. If you're considering expansion, restructuring debt, or purchasing equipment, call Dakota Mac. We have a toolbox full of lending solutions to help you with your ag financing needs.
Hi, it's Jeff Wolfgram from Dakota Mac. Call us at 800-682-4578 to learn how Dakota Mac products can work for you.
You pay what we pay with Ford's From America, For America employee pricing event, now through June 2nd at Lewis and Clark Ford. Get employee pricing on most new Ford vehicles. That means you can get a vehicle from America's great car company at below dealer invoice, and employee pricing is in addition to any other discounts or incentives available. See our new Ford selection at 4th and Capitol Yankton or online at lewisandclarkford.com. Employee pricing now at Lewis and Clark Ford.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's two best hotels, the Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate with flexible reservation changes, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express, two great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Are you looking for the easy way to travel? Let Foreman Charters do the driving for your next trip. Foreman has some amazing trips planned for 2025, including a 5-day Mississippi River cruise that features a Broadway production of Chicago, running from May 27th to the 31st. Also planned is a Memphis and Nashville 9-day Music Lovers tour featuring Graceland and the Grand Ole Opry, running June 16th to the 24th. For more on these and other 2025 Foreman Charter tours, go to foremanbus.com.
Back in the pregame show from Coors Light and Miller Lite. Always remember, drink responsibly. Alongside Braden Butler, I'm Tel Tanner. Now talking about the rest of this GPAC tournament and what we have seen so far. A bunch of teams have gone home. There are 4 left. Those are Briarcliff Concordia, Mount Marty Morningside. We're going to narrow it down to 2 today, and they'll meet on Monday evening. If the stadium has no lights, it'll be a 3 o'clock game, a 6, I believe, if the stadium does have lights, 1 9-inning game. So let's roll through it now for the Concordia bracket in our GPAC report, brought to you by Dakota Mac. Whether you are a farmer, rancher, investor, or simply a Lancer fan, look to Dakota Mac for your ag financing needs. Visit dakotamac.com to learn more. On Wednesday, Briarcliff defeated Midland 4-2. Concordia beat Dakota Wesleyan 9-4. That took the winners Briarcliff versus Concordia in Game 1 Thursday. Briarcliff won in 9 innings, putting up 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th to win 5-4. Dakota Wesleyan then beat Midland 7-5, the 8 seed getting a victory there. Then you go into last night's game, the late game, and it was Concordia beating Dakota Wesleyan in 7 innings, run rule there, 13-2. That takes us to today, Briarcliff versus Concordia, starting, I believe, at 3 o'clock. In the Morningside bracket, hosted here in Yankton, on Wednesday, Doane beat Northwestern in a run rule, 11-1 in 8 innings. Mount Marty then beat this Morningside team. Once again, these two teams met Wednesday, 8-5. Mount Marty won. On Thursday, then, Mount Marty then defeated Doane 10-4. Morningside beat Northwestern 10-3. Took us to last night's game where there was high drama. Morningside won a close affair 6-5 in the top of the 9th, able to get out 3. Doane had the tying run on, just couldn't get him home.
And Doane was actually down 2 runs heading into the 9th too. But just ends up coming up a little bit short on their comeback. But it's very, very good baseball being played across these 2 pods. I know we've seen every game of this Mount Marty Morningside pod that these 2 teams have co-hosted, so more familiar with this end of thing, but there's been some very entertaining games down in Seward, Nebraska as well.
That brought to you today by Dakota Mac. Whether you're a farmer, rancher, investor, or simply a Lancer fan, look to Dakota Mac for your ag financing needs. Visit dakotamac.com to learn more. Our pregame show rolls on. We'll start rolling through the stats of this game when we return. Back in a couple of minutes, it's Mount Marty Lancer Baseball, Day 3 of the GPAC tournament on KYNT.
Did you know Sherco offers more than egg tarps? As an industry leader in construction, waste, and flatbed tarping systems, Sherco offers manual and electric tarp systems for not only grain trailers and grain carts, but also side dumps, end dumps, belly dumps, roll-offs, flatbeds, and more. To learn more, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best, demand Sherco.
When it's time to celebrate, Pizza Ranch is ready. This is Mike with the Yankton Pizza Ranch. We've got plenty of room and plenty of food on our buffet for everyone, loaded with pizzas, desserts, and the country's best chicken. Everyone leaves a winner, so make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch of Yankton, available every day from 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better, surround 'em up and head her down to Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you started a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at Parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
The Dakota Theater in Yankton is always in need of volunteers. There's something for everyone, such as being involved with shows on or off stage, selling concessions, greeting, ushering, cleaning before and after, cleaning the bathrooms, organizing, helping with the lights, the sound, the costumes, decorating, and more. The Dakota Theater in Yankton is so grateful for every volunteer. Theaters for everyone. For more information, go to dakotatheater.org or call 665-4711.
The thought of moving can be overwhelming. This is Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and with 20 years of experience, I know how to make the process less stressful. The market is just heating up, so if you're thinking of buying or selling, call me and we'll talk about the whole process. And when you're ready, I'll guide you every step of the way. Call me, Deb Speck, with Vision Real Estate, 605-664-5555.
Back in the pregame show from Coors Light and Miller Lite as we go now to our game stats brought to you by the Meat Lodge. If you want top quality meat at great prices, head to the Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the lake, Highway 52. Taking a look at these two team stats on the season. Roll through some of their team hitting statistics and then the starting pitchers today as we were just handed the lineup cards. Lancers through 49 games, scoring 368 runs per game on the season, averaging about 7.5 runs. These Lancers can really put them up. Batting average as a team is a .322, on base percentage as a program of .419. Once again, they're able to get on pretty well. 54 home runs through 49 games for the Mount Marty Lancers. Biggest hitter right now, gotta be 2 weeks removed from NAI National Player of the Week in Aiden Chang, that catcher who has had, I think, 6-7 home runs in the last 3 weeks. It's wild what he has been able to do.
Anytime I got to go to the second hand in 1 week, that's way too many in terms of home runs. But Aiden Chang's been swinging the bat well. He's been also some good weather here at Riverside has helped the entire Mount Marty program get some big home runs, which wind, flag's not really moving out in left center field. Don't know if it'll play as much of a factor today, but I haven't looked at the forecast either, so that might pick up.
We'll go over our field conditions here in a little bit, but first things first, let's go to our starting pitcher today for the Mount Marty Lancers in Jacob Walker. Braden, tell me about this guy.
Walker's got 15 appearances on the season, 6 of them starts. He's recorded 2 saves as well, so they've used him in multiple different ways. A .505 ERA across 41 innings pitched. He has 42 strikeouts, and a batting average against of 255, which is pretty low, all things considered, for the team. Of anybody with more than 40 innings pitched, that is the second lowest.
So he's good.
Very.
Let's go to the other end now. Those game stats, once again, brought to you by the Meat Lodge. If you want top quality meat at great prices, head to the Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the Lake Highway 52. Go to Morningside stats on the year. Similar numbers to Mount Marty in terms of hitting stats, averaging a little more runs per game, just north of 8 here, 414 through 49, and a 321 batting average as a team. Lancers, once again, were batting 322, so they're about the same there. The on-base percentage for Mount Marty was a 419. For Morningside, a 436, and 48 home runs through 49 games. Their starting pitcher today is going to be Lawrence. He is a redshirt junior out of Elmhurst, Illinois. Braden, tell me about Tyler Lawrence, this right-handed pitcher.
Doesn't have a lot of game tape on him. 5 appearances, only 10 innings. 2 of those appearances were starts, but when he's pitched well. 4.22 ERA, a 2.14 batting average against. He's given up only 8 runs this season, and only 5 of them were earned. He does have 10 strikeouts as well, so averaging just under a strikeout per inning as well for Lawrence.
All these stats from the Meat Lodge. Top quality meat at great prices. Head to the Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the Lake Highway 52. Back in a couple of minutes for this pregame show. We're just a little ways away, about 15 minutes from first pitch. Lancers are the home team in Game 1, by the way. Back in a couple of minutes on KYNT.
Do you suffer from spring allergies? It may be time to visit a chiropractor. Yes, a chiropractor. Most people never consider chiropractic as an option, but we can help provide relief for allergy problems. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson from First Chiropractic Centers. Chiropractic care helps to keep the body's immune system operating at a higher level, causing it not to overreact to allergens such as pollen, dust, or pet dander. Call First Chiropractic Centers or visit us at firstchiropracticcenter.com. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Tired of fine print confusion? Vision Insurance Group will help you see your insurance coverage clearly without straining your budget, covering everything from life and home insurance to auto, business, and long-term care. Vision Insurance Group offers coverage for South Dakota, Iowa, and Nebraska residents. Visit VisionInsuranceGRP.com to get a personalized quote today. Vision Insurance Group, protecting your future so you can live in the vision.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more. All at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. For your convenience, you can call and order curbside pickup or order online at meatlodge.com. The Meat Lodge in Yankton, on the way to the lake on Highway 52.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Looking for the perfect place to get together with friends and family, watch the game, and enjoy some of the best wings in town? Make plans to visit Checkers Sports Bar and Grill. Whether it's baseball, hockey highlights, or any other sport, your game day cravings are covered. Enjoy the action while you dig into mouth-watering wings, juicy burgers, and stacked sandwiches. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is Yankton's favorite spot for food, friends, and sports. Your game days belong at Checkers.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Let's go straight to our starting lineups now. Brought to you by Foreman Charters. Let Foreman Charters do the driving for your next trip. See upcoming tours at foremanbus.com. Once again, the Mount Marty Lancers will be the home team here for Game 1. Morningside will be batting first. So let's go ahead and start it off with the Lancer pitcher and their defense. Once again, Jacob Walker on the mound. Tell me about the rest of the Lancers.
Here's how they line up in the field. So we got Will Gardner in left today, Jalen Owens in center, and Shugo Kondo out in right field. Ryan Bachman will play third. Tyler Vance will play shortstop. Daniel Vonnegut will play second base, and Cooper Milnaric will play first base. As you mentioned, your battery today will be Jacob Walker on the mound, and then Aiden Chang will be behind the plate. Hitting in place of the pitcher today for the Lancers will be Jackson Noem. He'll bat out of the 9-hole as the DH.
Usual DH spot for Nome. Go to the other end, the Morningside Bats. You'll see a familiar order to the last couple games.
Yeah, we'll start with the leadoff hitter. Will be the shortstop, number 17, Ryan Kielbasa. Batting second will be the left fielder, number 12, Michael Delzell. Batting third will be the third baseman, number 15, Jacob Odell. Batting cleanup will be the catcher, number 6, Michael Snyder. Batting fifth will be the right fielder, number 3, Giacomo Crossetti. Batting sixth will be the first baseman, number 5, Luke Blackman. Batting seventh will be the designated hitter, number 8, Sam Wilt. Batting seventh will be Sam Wilt, number 8, Batting eighth will be Connor Woods, the center fielder, number 4. And batting ninth will be the second baseman, number 2, Jackson Bunkers. On the mound, as we mentioned earlier, will be Tyler Lawrence for the Mustangs.
Plate meeting happening now. Coaches are exchanging everything. We'll take a break for the starters and the national anthem, and you can hear from the head coach of the Lancers in Josh Tykrow. Spoke with him a little earlier today about this game and everything in between. Back with Coach Tykrow in a couple of minutes. You're listening to Mount Marty Lancer Baseball, Day 3 of the GPAC tournament on 102.1 FM, AM 1450, KYNT, KYNTV.
Before the Lancers play,
after the game, or maybe even while watching it here. Enjoy authentic flavor at RB Grill House and Sports Bar.
We're American-themed and feature handcrafted dishes and daily specials with an amazing selection of beer and spirits. Enjoy burgers, steaks, wings, and ribs, sandwiches, salads, seafood, and plenty of HD TVs.
Authentic flavor,
family-driven,
and a memorable atmosphere.
Join us at RB Grill House and Sports Bar next to River Rocks Event Center on Broadway in Yankton. Go Lancers!
Not all funerals are the same, and neither are funeral homes. This is Paul Wentz of the Wentz and Ray Funeral Home and Cremation Service in Yankton. A death in a family is one of life's most significant events. We understand the importance of such an event and realize there are no second chances. We will guide you through all your options so you are comfortable with the services chosen. Our experience, professionalism, compassion, and attention to detail will ensure everything is perfect. Winston Ray Funeral Home, Yankton.
Hey, we know an auto accident takes a bite out of your life. You hear that sickening crunch and it's instant stress. Who do I call? What will insurance cover? How long will this take? How much will it cost? Well, relax. You found Abra. Rest assured, the friendly Abra professionals will make your experience easy and hassle-free. They'll help you repair your car so you can get on with your life like nothing ever happened. Contact Abra today. Locally owned and operated by Northtown Automotive, North Highway 81. Looking for fuel or more? Stop by Triple Time Rudy's, your locally owned convenience store at 17th and Broadway. At Triple Time Rudy's, they're proud to support the community, offering fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers and backing local activities and events. Inside, you'll discover regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. Whether it's a quick snack, a tank of top-quality fuel, or a taste of local goodness, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling the community.
The other day, a woman came into the UPS store to make some color copies for a project. As we were finishing up, she asked if we could help her design and print graduation announcements for her daughter. The answer? Of course we can. Hi, this is Doug with the UPS store of Yankton. For over 8 years, we've been helping families with everything from basic copies to beautifully customized graduation announcements. Come see us at the UPS store today and let us help make your special occasions even more memorable.
Fitness has changed. There's no longer a need for a gym membership to access quality instructors and equipment. This is Ken at Ace Bike and Fitness, and we have the equipment you need for the best workout. Ellipticals, treadmills, rowing machines, and bikes, including the Schwinn indoor cycling bike that's a fraction of the price of the other brands. With Ace Bike and Fitness, we service what we sell, so you'll get our support even after you leave the store. Visit Ace Bike and Fitness today.
All right, here on the pregame show from Coors Light and Miller Lite, always remember, drink responsibly. Go to our coach interview now from Sherco. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. Josh Tykrow now in the booth, getting ready for Pod Championship Day, a day the Lancers are obviously very familiar with, a historic program like yours. You've been here before, Coach. Can you tell me what you're expecting today? You need one game, Morningside needs two, but never say never. This is a day where anything happens.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you start to get to day 3 and it kind of gets into some more depth when it comes to the pitching side of things and just the natural fatigue and whatnot. But just with us, going 2-0 those first 2 games, that certainly I think helps just with our bodies and with our pitching staff and stuff like that, and momentum too. I think that's another big part of these postseason tournaments is having that momentum on your side and that energy that we're going to carry into today.
When it comes to a GPAC tournament, we see a lot of times team who wins has either the deepest bullpen or plays the fewest games to keep that bullpen fresh. Your bullpen's fresh. You've burned 2 arms. Your 2 starting pitchers in Jacobs and Watterson. Pretty much everybody could go today, Coach. That should be good news for you.
Yeah, certainly. I think we do have a good group of arms too, and some guys who can get some big outs for us, and they've shown that, especially in the last couple days. And then there's guys who haven't even gotten out there yet that are ready to roll. So, yeah, basically all hands on deck today. Most everyone's going to be ready to go.
Couple of batters I wanted to mention here, Aiden Chang, Tyler Vance yesterday as well. Both batted really good in the win over Doan.
Yeah, Aiden, he's just kind of continuing to stay hot. He's been pretty incredible the last few weeks, even, really the whole year, but specifically the last few weeks. And then Vance, he stepped into Goki's role there, and he did some great things for us. Not only yesterday's game against Morningside, or against Doan, but even against Morningside when he came in late on Wednesday night. So, yeah, Vance he's a good player. So he had a nice game yesterday.
And, Coach, going into Game 3 now of the tournament, you're 1 win away. Who's throwing?
Jacob Walker. Yep, Jacob Walker will be on the mound today against Morningside.
Coach, 1 win away from going back to the GPAC Tournament Championship game on Monday. Morningside's got to beat you twice. You need 1. Good luck today. This is going to be a really impactful day.
Yes, thank you. Let's do it.
It's brought to you today by Sherco. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes with first pitch, day 3 of the GPAC tournament, just about to get rolling.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care. Whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Start things off here, day 3 in Yankton, Bob Tarashinsky Stadium at Riverside Field. 6th game in 9 days for these 2 rival GPAC programs. They know each other well. They're probably sick of each other at this point. As I said earlier, they've been trying to write each other out of this story for quite a while, and now we'll see the final chapter. One of them's going home. One will go on to the GPAC Tournament Championship game Monday night.
Tal, you said these teams might be sick of seeing each other, but I guarantee you Morningside wants to play a 7th game against Mount Marty.
Oh, 100%. As for the stakes today, Mount Marty needs 1 game as they have not yet lost in this double elimination tournament. Morningside, on the other hand, does need 2 games. First pitch we're just about to see. Throwing for Kielbasa. Strike 1 thrown. 0-1 pitch on the way now, Walker. Outside. Alongside Braden Butler, I'm Tel Tanner, getting things rolling in Yankton. 2 pitches into this game. Kielbasa, the shortstop, batting. Righty batter. Foul ball off his bat. He's got a 1-2 count working against Jacob Walker.
You know, Kielbasa coming into today, he's not top of the team in batting average, but he's very good at .341 on the year, .416 on base for him as well. Very good fielder as well, about a just under 95% fielding percentage.
1-2. Outside, trying to get him to chase. Kielbasa took it, ball 2.
I think the catcher Chang might have even been asking where exactly that missed. That was close in the outer half. Just trying to get a read on, every umpire strike zone's a little different, so just trying to get a read on where things are so we can help place it better.
2-2. There's the first strikeout of the day. Jacob Walker puts down his first. It's a good time to go over his stats once again on this season, Braid. I know he's got a 5.05 ERA, making his 16th appearance and 7th start. What else about this guy?
Well, I mean, 2-3 record officially on the season, 2 saves as well. But at 41 innings pitched, he actually has the 3rd most innings pitched of anybody on the Lancers. He's got .255 batting average against him and 42 strikeouts on the team, which is 2nd most as well.
Delzell now stepping up to bat. Quick visit here from Adam Bouvian, the head official. Looks like we're going to have a talk here between the officials already. Not sure what they're discussing here, Braden.
I saw Boovie kind of like motion his arm going forward. They might be trying to say the bat hit the glove of Aiden Chang, so it could be a catcher's interference, which would make me immediately have to change things in my scorebook. But yeah, it's big here early on.
I'll tell you, from our angle where we are sitting, we are obviously in the press box behind home plate, and we are off center. The strike throw is the call. He is out, something they're going to be keeping an eye on. So we weren't able to see that. The glove of the catcher normally blocked by the catcher's body from our vantage point.
And that's something that happens more and more in modern baseball with catchers playing closer to the plate and trying to frame pitches to help their pitchers.
Next batter up, it's Delzell. His first at-bat against Northwestern yesterday. Put it over the fence, had a 2-run homer to lead off the game. Kielbasa was on. Odell, who's on deck, hit another one, a solo. Back-to-back, they started the game.
And that home run was his 8th of the year, which is a team high.
1-0 pitch for the left fielder. Jacob Walker, right-handed pitcher on the mound. Called strike, looking, 1-1 count.
Yeah, Walker did a good job bending that one in there. Started outside the plate and then had that break on it.
You mentioned the 8 home runs, 55 hits as well for Delzell on the year. Batting second in the order. Low throw this time from Walker. 2-1 count.
And that 55 hits is tied for second on the team, only behind Kielbasa, who just struck out to start this game.
Once again, this is game, I don't know, what are we, 6? Yeah, game 6 of this pod. Second time these two teams have met in this tournament. Morningside fell in the first game to Mount Marty, 8-5. That was on Wednesday.
Walker's been looking good earlier. Had that opening strikeout at Kielbasa, now on a 2-2 count, looking for another punch out here.
Well inside there. Did he hit him? I think he did.
Got him on the ankle.
Yep. Got a piece of him, so Walker with an HBP is going to put someone on here. Not what you want to see in the first inning, and for Jacob Walker, through the 161 at-bats he's had, that is only his 5th batter he's hit all year.
Yeah, Walker's been showing some good control early on. Just let that one slip a little bit, tried to bend it in, and maybe jam the batter a little bit, and came too far inside, clipped him in the leg.
Odell now up. High ball, Chang trying to track it in the sun. And will make the catch. It is that time of the day where those get difficult. It is just afternoon. The sun is high in the sky, right in Chang's vision, but he does catch it for out number 2 in the towering fly ball that came down almost on top of the plate.
Yeah, it's a nice bounce back there for Walker to force a pop-up up the elevator shaft. Got a piece of it there, did Odell, but was just too far underneath of it. And Odell, pretty good player for this Morningside team, 331 average for him, a 418 on base heading into that at-bat.
Jacob Odell out of Northridge, California. It was now Snyder up to bat. Junior out of Washington with a runner on, 2 outs on the board. Outside throw for Walker to start the at-bat, 1-0 count versus the catcher Snyder, who has had a great tournament so far.
You know, Snyder, he's 3rd on the team technically in batting average, but when you take out guys who've played less than 20 games, he is number 1 at 420 on the year, 527 slugging, on base of 524. He is the number 1 hitter right now for Morningside. Makes sense they put him in the cleanup spot. Morningside dugout's pretty active here early on, trying to get encouragement for their team.
Snyder had 2 hits and 2 RBIs last night against Doane. Foul ball off his bat here.
Taking his time getting back into the box here now is Snyder, looking down at the third base coach. There's Bovey, the head coach, down there in the third base coaching box, I believe.
Runner's going to go here, throw over to second. Tag is made. That's out number 3. Those throwdowns to second, Chang's specialty. Gets one in the first inning here. 3 outs on the board, and we will pick up with Snyder again when we start off the second. Now the Lancer bats, and Aiden Chang will lead it off. Back here in 60 seconds, you're listening to Lancer Baseball on KYNT.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family.
We have an experienced and extremely caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments.
With an office located in the heart of Yankton at 1818 Broadway, we're centrally located for all patients in the area.
Whether you need fillings, crowns, or bridges, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox,
contact Elwood Family Dental Care today.
Slumberland Furniture is your local destination for top brands like Lazy Boy, Ashley, Flex Steel, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and more. Carrying a full range of mattresses and furniture for every room in your home, you'll find styles you'll love at values that make sense. From everyday essentials to name brand comfort, Slumberland offers the selection, and their service goes the extra mile. Visit Slumberland Furniture, 2401 Broadway in Yankton, where helping you create a comfortable home is what they do best.
Bottom of the first inning on KYNT. Aiden Chang ready to lead us off for the Mount Marty Lancers. Been their leadoff hitter all year long, and man, has he been effective in that role, Braden.
Yeah, team leader in batting average at 422. Comes in tied for second on the team in total hits with 54. Comes in tied for second in home runs with 8, 42 RBI, third most on the team. He is a great player for this Mount Marty squad. Has the highest slugging percentage on the team as well at 711, 524 on base. Also leads the team. This is the reason he's the leadoff hitter. He is very good at getting on base, and then when the order comes around to him again, if there's guys on base, he's great at getting them home.
And the hottest bat for the Lancers as well. He has home runs in this tournament, including the first one of the tournament. Got it against Morningside on Wednesday. He was the only player of any of these 4 teams in this pod to put one over the fence as the wind was blowing in on that day. He's going to put one out into deep center field this time. Back towards the fence. It's right at it, jumping up on it, and it's over right away. Aiden Chang, first pitch for the Lancers. This guy can't be stopped right now. Not just one of the hottest bats here, he's one of the hottest bats in the country.
Mount Marty's very own Barry Bonds has decided to show up late in the season. Aiden Chang has got the power in the bat. Don't know if he switched something up with his swing down the stretch, because that's his 9th home run of the year, and I swear all 9 of them have come in the last 2 weeks.
He had 2 going into the week where he was NAI National Player of the Week, had 5 that weekend. and then another 3 in the last couple weeks here. He's 2 weeks removed from that National Player of the Week honor, by the way.
Another dangerous bat coming up to the plate right after him in Jalen Owens. A lot of speed out there as well, not as much of a power threat.
Owens puts one foul over towards the parking lot.
Not much of a power threat, I say, as he sends that to the parking lot.
Well, he could put him pretty far. He's got 54 hits, 25 RBIs. Owens on the season has hit 2 home runs. Outside throw here. Make it a 1-1 count. Now, this is where the mental game of baseball really starts coming in, because Lawrence, obviously, in a must-win game for Morningside, gives up a home run on his first pitch.
Yeah, no, the mental aspect of baseball is so important. It's honestly more mental than physical 90% of the time, it feels like, with baseball. It's all about confidence, and this is a Lancer team that maybe had their confidence shaken by this Morningside squad heading down the stretch in the regular season, but they have not shown that here in the postseason in this pod.
Bunt. Owens showing the wheels. He's going to get there. Didn't even try to make the throw, did the catcher. Owens, one of the fastest men in the GPAC. He's got 39 stolen bases on the year. That is a program single-season record. Broke a record set by Randy Perry back in 1996 of 33. He's got 39 now. You got to expect with him on, he's going to be looking for 40.
He'd love to get 40. That's the 55th hit of the season for Jalen Owens. And put it this way, he's got power to go extra bases, but only 8 extra base hits. He likes to get to first and use the wheels.
Bachman at the plate, and that makes opposing pitchers nervous as well. Ryan Bachman, a very good hitter, and now Owens, the best base runner in the GPAC. He had about a 10-run cushion as #1 in stolen bases when it was all said and done in the regular season.
Bachman is the team leader in RBI with 46. Owens got a lot of speed on first, could get around the bases.
Yeah, this is a dangerous combo to have on the bags right now, especially after you give up a home run to the leadoff hitter in Aiden Chang. Lawrence is in a pickle right now. And there he goes. Foul ball will bring him back. Owens was trying to grab 40 there. He'll return to first base. I want it.
I know, I can tell.
I want to see it.
I'm not going to lie to you, Tell. Yesterday when I was on the play-by-play for Mount Marty, I watched Jalen Owens get to first base, and I saw you shaking your head because you thought the 40 was going to happen and you were going to get able to call it. I feel that.
It's been one heck of a season for Owens.
It's well-deserved for
Gonna
both
throw
parties.
at him here. Over to first base. Owens slides back in head first, extends with the right hand, and grabs the bag. Want to keep him honest there. Owens, the center fielder for the Lancers. Bachman with a 2-1. There he goes. Bunt attempt, foul. That's going to make it a 2-2 count. Probably negates the bunt now.
I'll tell you something right now, Tell. If that bunt would have gotten down, Jalen Owens would be on third base right now. Third baseman was charging hard. Shortstop was not rotating over to cover the bag. Nobody was there at third base.
Something to keep your eye on if you're Morningside. Way to play those. 2-2 count. Bachman puts one out towards center field, and this is caught. Out #1 of the inning. Owens will return to first base, and now we welcome Daniel Vonnegut up. Vonnegut, the second baseman for the Lancers, has also had a very good season. He's batting .376 on the year.
Yeah, a very good player. Second highest batting average on the team. 53 total hits, including 8 home runs, which is tied for second. Well, was tied for second heading in with Aiden Chang and Shugo Kondo, but Chang now alone in second with 9.
Our field conditions, by the way, we're sitting here about 57, 58 degrees as we open up play here in Yankton. Partly cloudy skies, little bit of wind coming in right now at between 10 to 15 miles an hour, blowing out today. The wind blowing out for these two teams. That's something to keep an eye on.
So it almost straight out for left center, so that'd be coming from the north-northwest.
There goes Owens. Here's 40. History for the Lancers. Jalen Owens, 40th stolen base on the season. Far and away the single-season record for the Lancers and the first Mount Marty player ever to hit that figure.
Shows a lot of the recruiting ability of head coach Josh Tykrow and his staff, going out and getting a guy like Jalen Owens, who transferred in. He's originally from California, went to Chabot Community College before heading over here.
2-1 pitch on the way. Owens on second. Strike throw there. Vonnegut, with 1 out on the board, has a 2-2 count.
And he's got his fastest runner on the team in scoring position. Even weak infield contact might get Owens home, or like just getting out of the infield.
We're going to have a full count here to do it. Lawrence, however, who started in a really tough position, can get out of it right here with a strike throw. He'll have 2 outs on the board and an out away if he can get Vonnegut. Full count pitch. Strikeout, way to settle in for Lawrence after the first pitch home run from Aiden Chang, and then you give up a hit to Owens. You then set down your next 2 batters. Bachman flies out to center, and Vonnegut is struck out there. That is a great way to recover for Lawrence after a tough start to the game.
Still a dangerous situation, though, with Shugo Kondo stepping up to the plate. He could make that 1 a 3 really quickly with a swing of the bat.
There goes Owens again. Throw over to third. He is safe. That's 41.
And
just because he wanted an extra.
Owens had carried so much momentum, he almost overslid the bag, was able to keep a couple fingertips on it. But now you got the second run of the game 90 feet away with Shugo Kondo at the plate.
Shugo Kondo, the right fielder for the Lancers, trying to extend the Lancer lead here in the bottom of the first. Grounder over to the shortstop, does get the field clean. Throw to first, close play. They got him. Out number 3, Owens is left on third, and we'll go to the second in a 1-0 ball game. The Aiden Chang home run to lead off the bottom of the first, the lone score. Alongside Braden Butler, I'm Tel Tanner, back here in 60 seconds on KYNT.
They say tomorrow is always coming, but never arrives. It's always just beyond today. Not true when it comes to internet. Tomorrow's technology is already here. We'll need solutions that are even faster, smarter, and more secure. So let's go. Let's go to a place where Midco Internet connects you to all the possibilities of tomorrow. That's where we're going today. Midco. Let's go beyond.
Have a large group or event that you'd like to offer clothing for? JJ Benji's can make you look good. Instead of you taking orders, collecting money, and then delivering the clothing, let JJ Benji's handle it all. JJ Benji's will create an online store with the merchandise you want to offer. People order, pay, and then JJ Benji's will ship it. You just provide a link or QR code to the online store, and that's it. Contact JJ Benji's in Yankton for more information.
1-0 is the score of this ball game when we go to the second inning. Lancers back out in the field. Jacob Walker on the mound. He had a good first inning. 3 up, 3 down. The last one caught stealing for out number 3. Snyder will resume the at-bat. He was at the plate when the caught stealing happened to end the first inning.
As you mentioned, unconventional 3 up, 3 down, but facing the minimum through 1. Great play from Aiden Chang with that throw down to second on the caught stealing there.
Total of 11 pitches for Walker in that first inning. 1 strikeout as well, struck out his first batter. Delzell was then hit, and he was the one who was caught stealing for out 3. Odell flew out.
If you keep it around 11 pitches per inning, you're definitely going to be able to go quite deep into the game. I mean, even in a 9-inning game, if you're at 11 pitches per inning, you could go the complete cycle or the complete game there.
Keeping it to about 10 pitches an inning through an entire 9 game is an impressive thing that you don't see very often for a reason, but we're only in the second here for Walker.
Especially with more modern style pitching philosophy. It's not like it was back in the day with baseball where it's some pitchers still do try to pitch to weak contact, let players make plays behind them. A lot more trying to get people to chase, trying to get the punch out.
Grounder over to the first baseman. Molnarek able to bring it in. He waves off the pitcher and will tag the bag himself. Molnarek had a good game at first against Doane yesterday. A good play there. Giacomo Crosetti now coming up to bat. Walker on the season. Once again, no stranger to strikes. He's very good at finding the zone. 42 strikeouts to 15 walks on the season. That is a good average there. Oh, an outside throw to start off the at-bat for Crosetti. Crosetti against Mount Marty had 1 run, 2 hits, and 2 RBIs. That was on Wednesday. Grounder over to the first baseman again. Nope, right between first and second. Great placement. Just too far for either player, and a weak grounder to right will put him on first.
It's the first hit of the ball game there for Morningside. The only other base runner was hit by pitch back in the first inning.
1 on with 1 out. As we go to Luke Blackman, the first baseman for the Mustangs. Sophomore at Broomfield, Colorado.
Looks like they're gonna retire that baseball.
Blackman has 2 hits and 1 run against Mount Marty on Wednesday as well. That was Palmer Jacobs throwing against the Mustangs back on Wednesday.
Blackman does come in with a .340 batting average, a .507 slugging percentage, and he gets on base at about .455. So just under 46% of the time he's on base.
Swing and miss at strike 1 there. Walker's got a 1-1 count with 1 out, 1 on. Our game today, courtesy of Les Schwab Tires. For tires, brakes, alignments, and more, visit Les Schwab Tire Center in Yankton. Get more from Les. One pitch. Outside, Chang threatened to throw over first. Crosetti had a healthy leadoff, ended up staying. 2-1.
Walker and Chang as well, they've been trying to work the outer half of the plate to right-handed hitters, trying to force some weak contact on late breaks, just getting off the end of the bat. Especially here with 1 out and a runner on first, you want to force a double play ball.
Throw over to first. Crosetti safe. 2-1 count for Blackman. The designated hitter in Wilt is on deck. Right into the glove of the third baseman. Nope, past the glove of the third baseman. Bachman had that one coming in with some speed, just couldn't quite handle it. 2 on for Morningside.
And we'll see if they rule that officially as a hit or an error. It's a hard hit ball, but Bachman got his glove on it. They do rule it an error against Mount Marty and Bachman.
That's the first one of the game for the Lancers. Mount Marty had 2 errors against Morningside on Wednesday. Morningside had 3, however. It wasn't the cleanest game of baseball, 5 combined. Breaking ball strike to start off the next at-bat for Wilt. This is the 7th batter in the order. We're going toward the bottom of the list.
Yeah, 287 average on the year for him. He's slugging at 586, though. 15 RBI, including 6 home runs, which is tied for 3rd most on the team.
Over the head of the third baseman, out towards left field. They're going to send the runner. Morningside's going to tie it up here. RBI single for Wilt, the DH. 1-1 ball game in the second.
Throw coming in does keep Blackman at second, so that third base bag is still empty. But great just situational hitting there for Sam Wilt. Has the power to drive something, but this early in the game, you just want to try keep pace with everybody. You don't need to be going for that big swing and waste opportunities early on.
Runners on first and second. Now Woods, the center fielder, batting 8th today. Connor Woods out of Cedar Falls, Iowa, ready to swing. Strike 1 looking on the first pitch.
Woods hitting at .237 on the year across 37 games. He's got 19 hits, 19 runs scored, 3 home runs, as well as 19 RBI.
1 out on the board, runners on first and second. Swing and miss for strike 2. Morningside just tied up the game in the last at-bat with the Wilt single to the left. Crosetti, the man who scored.
Mindset changes here if you're Walker on the mound. You get ahead in the count 0-2. It goes from let's try to force a double play to end the inning to maybe just pump it by this guy, get a strikeout, and set it up where we only need 1 out.
Grounder right to the pitcher, and it goes off of his leg. Walker goes to the ground, and he cannot get there in time. In obvious pain, he wasn't able to get the throw off.
That's a tough play, a comebacker on the mound, and looks like Tycho is going to come out and talk to Walker on the mound, make sure his pitcher is okay. And Jacob Walker still made the effort on the ball after getting knocked down to the turf. That one came off his leg. You got to love the effort at the end there, but unfortunately that will load the bases for Morningside. And I think more importantly, your starter in the second inning of work is a little shaken up.
Yeah, he just took a hard shot there. We're going to check on him for a second. Shelby Bates, the athletic trainer for the Lancers, comes out to talk with him as well as Tycro. Lancers have had hard luck against Morningside in the last couple of games. A lot of kind of freak accidents and injuries. We saw Jalen Owens 9 days ago in the first doubleheader against Morningside take a high fastball to the head, kept him out of 2 of these 6 games of this series. We saw Joe Goki on Wednesday unfortunately go down with an injury as well. As he was rounding first, tried to get back on the bag after a missed throw, goes down, no contact. His lower leg they were looking at. Tyler Vance is at shortstop today because of that. Walker going to take a few warm-up pitches here, making sure he's good.
I didn't see what leg. I think it's his left leg that it hit off,
Yeah,
which is it's his plant leg, which is something you got to worry about.
Yeah.
But you're coming forward with it.
And now the bases are loaded with 1 out, and this is a bad situation for the Lancers. Hopefully Walker's good to go because he's got a tough situation to get out of. Bunkers is now batting. Bases loaded, tie game at 1. Morningside threatening to take a lead here.
Corner infielder is going to play in with force at any base. Got to keep it in the infield.
First pitch strike. Walker would love a strike out here, just get us to 2 outs. Right at the moment, a fly ball to the outfield would give Morningside a sac fly and a lead. Outside throw, 1-1. Top of the second inning here, 1-1 your score, or 1-1 count as well. Out towards right field, this one is driven deep, and Morningside should take a lead here. Kondo does make the catch and throws it in. Cutoff man doesn't take it. Chang nearly able to bring it in for the tag. Credit the arm of Shugo Kondo to make that play even close, but 90 feet was just too short. Blackman is home. Morningside leads 2-1 after the RBI fly out to right from Bunkers.
Yeah, Kondo almost got it there in time on the play, and Chang wasn't able to secure it as he was going for the tag. I don't think he would have got him anyway with the timing, but still a great play out in right field for Shugo Kondo to almost get him. But now Morningside able to take the lead off that. That's, once again, situational hitting from Jackson Bunkers.
2 outs on the board. Morningside is taking an advantage, 2-1. Runners on the corners. They can still add here. We're back to the top of the order. Kielbasa. Ball call on the first pitch here. He was struck out by Jacob Walker in his first at-bat today.
Yeah, Kielbasa coming in. Obviously, the leadoff hitter has been that way most of the season. He leads the team in at-bats by more than 10.
Grounder over to third, a throw over to first base. Bachman took his time, made sure he got it, and he did. 2-1, Morningside over Mount Marty. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. The Lancer bats when we return. Tyler Vance to lead us off. Back in 60 seconds on KYT.
Is it time for a new job? Aztec offers you the variety you seek. Aztec is now seeking employees for all shifts for the following positions: assemblers, painters, CNC machinists, and welders. Aztec offers competitive pay, 10 paid holidays, incredible 401k, paid partner leave, safety incentives, and a sign-on bonus for production workers. To apply for these jobs or see what others are available, go to aztecjobs.com. Aztec, built to connect from rock to road.
Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers, powered by plant-based natural caffeine. And they come in 4 delicious flavors: pomegranate passion, mango mojo, prickly pear, and watermelon wild. Why do you keep doing that?
These refreshers are just so refreshing.
But you don't have to make that noise every time. Try Runza's Lemonade Refreshers. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Bottom of the second on KYNT. Our game today, a courtesy of Fortress Bank, helping you achieve your personal and business goals. Fortress Bank, raise your expectations. Member FDIC. As we roll through the order for the Lancers, it's Tyler Vance ready to bat. This is the shortstop, once again here in place of the injured Goki. Talked about him a little bit in the pregame, and he had a good day yesterday against Doane. Had 2 hits, 2 runs, and an RBI. Batting in the 6th spot today. Bottom of the second starts. Lawrence, first pitch strike, looking from Vance.
Vance this season has appeared in 27 games, including 19 starts. He's got 14 hits, scored 13 runs, has 11 RBI as well.
Lawrence had a great recovery in the first inning. The very first pitch he threw was a home run from Aiden Chang over the right center fence. Then he gave up a hit to Jalen Owens as well. And then he got the next 3 batters out, stranding Owens at first, or at third after he stole a couple of bags. But still, great recovery getting the next 3 batters out and not allowing it to get to him.
Exactly. And not allowing, especially a leadoff home run. You get so hyped up for the game, you're ready to go all day, and that can really just take the air out of you immediately. For him to battle back shows a lot of mental toughness, and Morningside settling in around him as well.
Foul ball off the bat here for Vance. He's got a 1-2 count at the moment. Will Gardner is on deck for the Lancers. Swing and miss, strike 3. Lawrence gets his second strikeout. And his second and 3 batters going back to the first inning. His first was Daniel Vonnegut. Now Tyler Vance here in the bottom of the second. Will Gardner will step up, left fielder for Mount Marty.
Team leader in home runs, second on the team in RBI as well for Will Gardner. A .351 batting average, .426 on base, and he's slugging at .597, which is the 3rd highest.
And that's their 7th batter in the order.
Exactly.
Lancer 9 is stacked. Strike 1 call, just caught the corner. 1-1 count. 1 out on the board. Outside throw here, ball 2.
You mentioned, Tyler, there's not a lot of drop-off near the back end of this order. You got Cooper Milnaric on deck, who in 32 games played this season is hitting just under .250 for a sophomore. So pretty good bat for him. And then you got Jackson Nome, the 9-hole hitter, who's a whisker away from batting .300.
Foul ball off the bat of Gardner, going into the bullpen for Morningside, right near the bullpen, I guess. Either way, it'll drop. 2-2 count. Molnaric, you just talked about, and the batting average isn't the best, sitting right around .250, but the on-base percentage for that guy is what's impressive, .265. He gets walked the second most on the team and about half the at-bats from the #1 guy. He's got a great eye for a sophomore.
Yeah, that .465 you mentioned, 3rd highest on the team in on-base percentage. Only trails Ryan Bachman and Aiden Chang.
Gardner just took another high ball. It's a full count. 1 out on the board. Gardner trying to get on here for the Lancers with Molnaric on deck. Swing and miss. Strike 3 on the full count pitch. That's back-to-back strikeouts now for Lawrence.
The Lancers, the first baseman, number 14, Cooper Molnaric.
First baseman now up to bat.
Oh, Tyler Lawrence, we mentioned coming in, not a large sample size, 5 appearances, only 2 starts, 10 total innings pitched, but he has settled in very well for a guy that didn't have a lot of tape on him heading into this GPAC tournament.
Is an experienced player, redshirt junior, 4th year of college ball.
Was a transfer to Morningside. Doesn't say how recently, how long he's been with the program, but he used to play at Morton College, originally of Elmhurst, Illinois, for Lawrence.
2-0 pitch. Molnarek, once again, we just talked about his ability to take walks, second on the team in total walks, and now he's got a 3-0 count. Might get on here. See if he tries to take or if he's got a green light to swing at a 3-0. Takes, strike one.
Well, Nerek's still got a good count to work with. Most likely going to get something over the plate here. Could swing in a drive on it.
Walked him.
Or he won't get over the plate and he'll walk to first base. It's also an option for Cooper Milnarek, an option that he's been very good at getting this year, as you've mentioned before.
Yeah, that's number 27 on the year. Once again, the batting average only a 247, but his on-base percentage literally 200 higher than that, a 465. What do we like about him, Braden? I'm pointing at you.
He gets on base.
He gets on base. 2 outs on the board.
Am I Jonah Hill in this situation?
Hey, he was like the smartest guy in that movie. That's not a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just asking if I'm Jonah Hill in this situation.
You would be. Wait, hold on. I'm Brad Pitt.
Oh,
That's
buddy.
the first time in my life I've ever been.
And of course, it's you that made the comparison.
Yeah, that's fair. 0-1 count with 2 down here. Jackson Nome just took ball 1. Nome batting in the 9-hole for the Lancers.
See Josh at the office later. Hey, I got compared to Brad Pitt today. Who did that? Oh, I did. I compared myself to Brad Pitt.
That would be me, yes. Nice to meet you. Low throw here for Nome again. 2-1 count with 2 outs on the board. Morningside trying to end the second inning, up 2-1. Mount Marty does have 1 on. Molnarek on first, not in scoring position yet. Nome trying to advance him. High throw here. Aiden Chang is on deck for the Lancers, their leadoff hitter.
If Nome's able to get himself on base here, 2 runners on with Aiden Chang, who's been swinging the bat better than potentially anybody in the entire GPAC the last couple of weeks. Could be a dangerous situation for Morningside.
Foul ball off the bat of Nome. Make the count full. Payoff pitch on the way for the 9-hole batter for the Lancers.
3-2 count. Looks like Nome's choking up on that bat a little bit. Walks from the box with a lot of confidence. He just gets up there and lets it rip. You got to love it.
Payoff pitch. Nome thought he was walked. Strike is the call. And we'll go to the 3rd inning. 2-1 Morningside over Mount Marty. We'll take a break. Back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Lancer Athletics on KYNT.
Whether you're grilling with family and friends, hitting your favorite hiking trail, or catching a beautiful Midwest sunset, Good Boy Vodka ready-to-drink cocktails go wherever the good times are. With bold flavors like lime, black cherry, and cranberry, each can is just 95 calories, no sugar, and gluten-free. No mixers, no mess, just smooth refreshment in every sip. Grab a pack of Good Boy Vodka cocktails because good days deserve a good drink.
I didn't know you did that. We hear that often. This is Matt Hansen with Hansen Briggs Advertising. Our slogan is, for all your printing and promotional needs. I emphasize all because we do apparel, pins, signs, printing, calendars, business cards, custom forms, banners, flyers, drinkware, bulk mailings, and much more. If you have a project, I'm sure Hansen Briggs can help. 1213 West 9th Street in Yankton or online at hansenbriggsadvertising.com.
Lancers out in the field once again. Jacob Walker on the mound. 2-1. They trail as we start off the 3rd. Last time the Morningside bats were up, they got 2 runs to go and took a lead. Braden, I have terrible news as we start off this 3rd inning. I have drank all my tea. I am out. I went for the tea today instead of the coffee or the energy drink, specifically because this is now the 6th game I've called in the last 3 days, and the voice is a little raw. Now I'm out. It's terrible.
How will we go on?
How will we go on? How many energy drinks? You brought 3 to the booth yesterday, not a single one today. You went for the water.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
This guy should start worrying about my health or something. Doctor recommendation. What do they know?
Don't worry, I also brought an energy drink here. That's for a little later in this game. Crack that about the 4th or 5th. Starting off this third here. Foul ball. No, it stayed fair. That stayed fair just inside the line. Delzell with a leadoff double in this third inning. Just hugged that right field line. Stayed fair and a double to lead it off for the Mustangs. So they pick up the third inning right where they left off in the second. They had 2 runs in the second, and now the leadoff man is on.
Yeah, 2 runs, 3 hits. Didn't reach baseline error as well. Only one of those runs ended up being earned, but great inning there in the second inning for Morningside. And like you said, right back at it again.
Runner off second here for the Mustangs. Man at the plate now is Jacob Odell. Flew out to the catcher last time he was here. High infield fly that Chang was able to bring in. Delzell, last time he was running the bags, got caught stealing. He's on second. Got there from the HBP in the first inning.
I think that's the only steal attempt so far from Morningside, too.
Just missed there for ball 2. 2-0 count for the junior Odell. A lot of juniors in this lineup for the Mustangs. A couple of seniors mixed in here or there, but for the most part, they're going to have a lot of this same roster back next year. Kielbasa, one of their only major losses.
That's something that you see a lot in the GPAC is, you know, there's these waves of like the junior class. You get these guys for maybe 2 years at the varsity level. Very rarely do you see a lot of underclassmen play, and then it's lucky for Morningside where it seems like a lot of their key players were in the same class, and they get to keep them for these next couple years.
As good as Morningside is this year, solid chance they're even better next year. Swing and miss, went low for that one, did Odell. 2-2 count, Walker trying to get his first out of the inning. Delzell in scoring position off second. Just missed there, full count.
Get some groans from the Mount Marty fans underneath as well. Looking at Odell in the batter's box, kind of offset scissor stance, kind of trails that lead leg behind him, and it's a short step if it even really is a step, just mostly brings it back in line for his follow-through.
Works for him, batting third in the order, and he's had a good season. Grounder over to the third baseman this time, throw over to first base. They're going to get number 1. Heads up from Delzell there, not taking off right away. Bachman looked over his second, wanted to throw at him, but Delzell had already returned to the bag. Throw to first, that's 1. Snyder now up. This is the catcher, who had kind of a journey of a first at-bat here today. He was at the plate when the caught stealing happened in the first, which made him go back to the dugout and wait to finish his at-bat. Then he came out to lead off the second and grounded out to start it off, right to the first baseman.
Yeah, a little 3 unassisted play over there at first for Milneric, and you know, look at the fielding stats. Cooper Milneric, very good over there on the first base bag. Another thing you like to see from a young guy. Okay, his fielding percentage on the year is a .982 over there at first. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes, only 3 errors against him all year.
A 1 pitch on the way for Walker. With a runner on second, 1 out on the board, that is all. Out towards left field, that's perfect placement. Drop for a base hit, they'll send the runner. Gardner's gonna fire in, but a run will score. RBI single for Snyder. Delzell is hit home, and Morningside extends their advantage 3-1. Gonna have a courtesy runner come in for the catcher. It's Nathan Thomas, the freshman out of Springfield, Nebraska, in to run over at first. Lancer Baseball today, a product of Dakota Beverage. Whether it's Coors Light or Miller Lite, always remember, drink responsibly. Giacomo Crosetti now up to bat, the right fielder who did score a run and got a hit in his first trip here. One out on the board, one on for the Mustangs. High throw to start things off for Walker. Now Marty Lancer Baseball brought to you today by Aztec. Build your career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Aztec. Grounder over to the shortstop. Vance, underhand throw to second, throw to first. Double play will end the inning. Lancer infield working well, but an at-bat late. Morningside adds one in the third. 3-1, they lead this game. Morningside bats incoming when we return. It will be Aiden Chang to lead off the third. Back in 60 seconds in KYT.
Your operation never stops. You work early mornings, late evenings, weekends, and holidays. At H&R Block of Yankton, we understand the demands of agriculture. That's why we're here to handle the numbers, every expense, every deduction, so you can focus on growing what matters. From tax prep to full bookkeeping, H&R Block of Yankton is rooted in helping agricultural businesses thrive. So leave the numbers to us. Contact locally owned H&R Block of Yankton at 605-665-3366 for less stress and more success.
If it's time to review the look of the signage at your business, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. They also do logo creation and vehicle wraps. Their technicians arrive on site fully equipped to get the installation done with quality workmanship. With the latest tools and technology, Mayor Signs provides high-quality installation service for any sign. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton.
Bottom of the third inning. Lawrence has thrown a decent game so far. Tyler Lawrence out of Elmhurst, Illinois, has given up exactly one run through the first two innings, and that was the first pitch he threw. Aiden Chang put it over the right center fence. Since then, he's been money against the Lancers. 4 strikeouts as he just completed the 9. We'll start it off the third with the leadoff batter. We're back at the top of the order, and here is Aiden Chang once again, who hit that solo home run to start the game. Second battle here between Tyler Lawrence and Aiden Chang today. Chang checked his swing there. Breaking ball went low. Ball 1. They appealed down the first base line, and they said he did not go around. Chang, we talked about his last at-bat, but the whole season's been good. A .422 batting average. Outside pitch, that's ball 2 for the senior catcher. Out of California. Talked to this guy earlier this week at the Lancer Locker on Monday. Had a long interview with him, and one of his dreams is to open a coffee shop. Grounder out towards center field. He's going to get on base. A single hit here. Leading off the bottom of the third. Aiden Chang is on, and that'll bring up Jalen Owens. Owens now ready to bat as Cannon Marshall will come in to run for the catcher Chang. Cannon Marshall is usual courtesy runner, junior out of Spokane Valley, Washington. We welcome back in Braden Butler. I'm Tel Tanner. This is KYN-TV's coverage of the GPAC tournament. Owens ready to bat for the second time. He did get on last time, had a hit, got it on a bunt, was able to run out the throw at first, and then stole 2 bags. He stole second and third for his 40th and 41st stolen bases of the season. He ended the regular season this last week 11th in the nation in total stolen bases. Strike thrown here for him is the call. 1-1 count.
You know, Tal, I step out of the booth for maybe 30 seconds and Aiden Chang gets another hit.
Yeah, he do that.
He's appointment viewing here down the stretch this season. Yeah, set the DVR to record. Anybody got TiVo anymore?
Blocked by the catcher there. Marshall will stay put at first as he runs it down. Snyder once again, your catcher today for Morningside. Jalen Owens has a 2-1 count after the ball throw on the outside. Owens, lazy hit over to short, throw over to second, that's one. Owens will get there in time at first. Marshall is out at second, but Owens is on first base. No double play, but that is the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to double up Jalen Owens.
Unfortunately, he did ground into the fielder's choice there, and similar situation. Owens on first, and now Bachman at the plate. Last time we saw this, Owens did try stealing and get to second. And then in the next at-bat, he took third as well, just because he felt like it. One-0 pitch for Bachman.
Bachman did line out. It was a hard hit ball to the center fielder in his first at-bat. It's a case that's happened quite a bit with the Lancers here lately, too, is a lot of hard hit balls, a lot of them right at people, too.
And that one, perfect placement. Rounding second, going to third is Owens. Bachman hit it out to right center, dropped in front of the center fielder, and he'll stand on first. One out on the board, and the Lancers have 2 on as we welcome back Daniel Vonnegut. Vonnegut was struck out, the first K of the day for Lawrence, but a good bat on the season, batting north of 370.
Be interested to see how deep into this game Lawrence goes. We mentioned it, only 5 appearances on the year, only 10 total innings pitched.
And this is a must-win game. Everybody's going to be throwing the kitchen sink. Anybody who's available, they're going to try him. Showing bunt there. Owens nearly took off trying to steal home. Not going to get there. Catcher had a good recovery after an errant throw, was able to track it down in time.
It's all fun and games till until it's the 8th inning and we see one of the coaches come out and point up at the booth, and next thing we know, one of us is on the mound.
I don't know that I could throw strikes, but I know I could throw a home run.
I don't know if I could throw. I don't think I could throw a home run because that had to be hittable.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. 1-0 pitch on the way. Pulled back the bunt, ball 2. Calls of yes, he did from the Morningside dugout. Peeled down the first baseline, no.
I just love the chirping or whatever from teams. It looks like there's going to be a quick mound visit here, but you got to love just trying anything to plead your case to get your call. It reminds me, you see it on Twitter a lot of guys who are like sitting out in center field at MLB games and they'll call a ball. And it's like, Blue, where are you seeing that pitch? It's like, yeah, like you could see it out there, buddy, but you got to love it. You got to always plead your case. You never know. You might be convincing.
It's even funnier when it's not the center fielder who actually has a decent eye on it or the left or right fielder who are way off center and way out there.
I saw one. I saw it on Twitter or X. If you're a cop, you'll call it X. But but I saw one. There's like there's a high-rise building outside of Busch Stadium in St. Louis, and somebody was on the balcony of that building and just posted a video. It's like, come on, Blue, where are you seeing that pitch? It's like, buddy, you're not even in the building. You're across the street, around the way.
Vonnegut showing bunt again. Pulled it back. That's ball 3.
Vonnegut's shown bunt every time. And you wonder how the Morningside will play this, because if Vonnegut lays it down on the left side of the infield, it'll pull that third baseman, kind of like what we saw earlier where Jalen Owens almost took, or looked like he could have taken third if the bunt went the right way.
Walk. Vonnegut's going to take first base. Bachman will go to second, and the walk loads the bases. Owens on third. Lancers, with 1 out on the board, will welcome Shugo Kondo to the plate. Right fielder, who has a big moment here. Lancers could tie it up with a hit. 3-1, they trail at the moment against Morningside. We're in the bottom of this 3rd inning.
Kondo can hit the cover off the ball. 38 total hits this season, 18 of them for extra bases.
Over the head of the shortstop, and that's going to lead into runs. Bachman is sent off third as well. Owens coming home. Bachman gets there in time. Single for Kondo, and 2 runs batted in. Tie game at 3.
It's the clutch hit they need in a big moment to tie the game. Shugo Kondo Lights are bright. It's mostly sunlight right now, but lights are bright here at Riverside Field, and that's a big moment here early on. Did score Owens and Bachman, so that puts Vonnegut on second with Kondo on first. Tyler Vance back up to the plate here for the Lancers.
Strike thrown on the first pitch here for Vance. Runners on first and second. Inside throw there for Vance.
Almost clipped him. Stood there pretty stoically, though.
Inside throw here. 3-1 count for Vance. Vance was struck out in his first at-bat again. Today, had 2 hits yesterday. Walk. Once again, walk will load the bases. And now there's action in the bullpen for Morningside. There wasn't 2 batters ago. Lawrence still in a tricky situation here. He is facing the bottom of the Lancer order. This is the 7th batter in Will Gardner, but as we've talked about, Lancer's got a full complement of bats. Gardner batting in the 7th spot, hits .351 on the season, has a .426 on base percentage, has 44 RBIs, and he might get a couple more here. Yes, he will. 2 more come in for the Lancers, and they're going to take a lead. Will Gardner on first, Vance on second, Kondo, Vonnegut come home. Lancers lead 5-3. They've scored 4 here in the 3rd.
Just great hitting once again from the Lancers. We've seen this down the stretch this season often. You know, they're not waiting until the 6th inning to have a big inning today, which is what we've seen in the first 2 games. 11 runs in the 6th inning of their first 2 games combined.
Hey, don't. They might still do that in the 6th, man.
Still could have a great 6th inning, but they're getting to it a little earlier today. I'm looking into the Morningside bullpen. I believe this isn't an official report because my eyesight has been questioned by optometrists in the past. I believe that's number 48, Josh Pratt. He's a .535 ERA on the season across 35 innings, 14 appearances, 2 of them starts, so primarily a reliever for Morningside. We'll see if he gets the ball here. It looks like they are going to take it away from Lawrence and have his day be done.
Pratt has thrown against the Lancers in the past. He threw against Mount Marty on Wednesday. In the Wednesday loss, Mount Marty won 8-5. We'll give you his stats in a second on the season, Braden, but first thing, I'll go through his stats on Wednesday. Pratt came in and threw the final inning. He came in and threw the 9th, threw only 8 pitches, did get a strikeout in there, faced 3 batters, got 3 batters out.
Yeah, like I said, Pratt earlier, .335 average for him on the season, 35 innings pitched. 14 total appearances, only 2 of them starts, 1-3 records, so primarily a reliever. Batting average against him is .301 on the season. Doesn't give up a lot of extra base hits, though. He's given up a total of 44 hits, only 7 doubles, no triples for him. But there have been a couple home runs given up as well.
And he is facing the 8th batter in the order. Molnaric, a sophomore who is stepping up. First baseman who was walked in his first trip to the plate today. Lefty bat. Pratt's first batter. We're going to keep it right here for a second as we thank a few sponsors like Dakota Mac. They can help you do the heavy lifting when it comes to ag financing. Whether you're a farmer, investor, or beginning farmer, they work hard to find lending solutions to fit your needs. Learn more at dakotamac.com. 1 out on the board when Pratt comes back in. Here in just a second, senior out of Lamar's, Iowa.
Hi, Tel.
Hello, Braden. Braden just switched mics as we were doing that there.
Yeah, if I do sound different, I'm on a different headset for now, but I will be switching back.
Our
here
cameraman,
shortly.
Bryce Ladwig, had to leave for a second, so we're switching things around here just for a second. We'll be back to our regular schedule in a moment, but
Hey,
Braden's going to pull double duty. He's going to run our cameras as well as call this game.
I'm multifaceted. You see this camera switching right now? This is me. Thank you. Unless it's bad, then it's not me.
We won't tell you when Braden steps away from the camera. It'll just be if you see something bad, assume it wasn't him. That's it.
Oh, you'll be able to tell because I'll sound different.
That's fair. 5-3 Lancers lead as we return to action now. Molnaric out towards center field. This one is driven deep. One out on the board. It will lead to a run as another one comes in for the Lancers. Fly out to center for Molnaric. Vance is hit home from third. RBI for the sophomore.
I'll tell you, after play one of doing this, a lot of credit to Bryce Ladwig. More difficult than I thought it'd be stepping over here. Do apologize.
6-3, Lancers lead.
Big hit, though, once again for the Lancers, as you mentioned, now doubling up the Morningside Mustangs. 5 runs in the bottom of the third.
Jackson Nome takes strike one looking. This is the bottom of the order. 9-hole batter here. Aiden Chang back on deck. We saw a similar thing here in the second. Jackson Nome came up with 2 outs, and he was struck out to end the inning. Left one on. This time he's going to have a grounder to the shortstop, throw over to first, high throw, and he is safe. First baseman had to jump up high and leave the bag to grab it. By the time he came down, Nome had got there.
Yeah, great play. And that's why you run those things out. You never know when something like that can happen. And the speed of Jackson Nome also could force the issue. Maybe the shortstop has to hustle a little more on the throw. He doesn't able to set himself as much as he wants to. That's why it's important to run things out, especially down that first base line.
Mount Marty has gone the full 9 here in this inning. Aiden Chang, who led off the inning, is now back up. First pitch on the way for Aiden Chang with 2 outs. And he's going to put it foul. Oh, 1 count. 2 outs on the board. Runners on first and second here for the Lancers. Foul ball for Chang again.
Well, Chang finds himself down on the count here, 0-2. It's going to change his mindset at the plate. Might choke up a little bit more on that bat. Still a dangerous hitter even when he's behind the count.
He is 2 for 2 on the day so far. And he's going to put one high out to right field. It's going to stay in this time. Center fielder will make the catch. And that will do it for the inning. Lancers get 5 in the bottom of the third. 6-3 your score. We'll take a break, come back, and start the fourth in 60 seconds on KYNT.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
You want peace of mind that you're healthy. Support your breast health by getting a mammogram every year starting at age 40. Multiple Avera Breast Center locations across the region offer easy access. We'll create a screening plan that makes sense for you. You have access to specialized breast cancer experts should you need it. Find a screening location near you at avera.org/breast.
Welcome back in here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Mount Marty Lancer baseball, they lead 6-3 after a huge bottom half of the third. 5 runs come across. They're now doubling up the Mustangs. We'll see how Morningside can respond. Leading off this half inning is Luke Blackman reached on an error and came around to score back in the second inning, one of 2 runs to come across in the second for the Mustangs. We're here in the top of inning number 4. Jacob Walker still on the mound as Blackman takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Looking at Walker so far in this one, that was pitch number 43 across 3 innings. He's given up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, and he does have a strikeout. No walks yet for Walker, did hit 1 batter. Here's a chopper to the shortstop Vance, up with it high, fires across. Good scoop at first from Milnerick, waiting on the call. There it is, he's out at first. A 6-3 put out is how we get things rolling here in the 4th.
And credit Tyler Vance for that one right there, Braden. Tyler Vance stepping in once again for the injured Goki and playing well defensively. He's still yet to give anything up over this tournament.
The light footsteps of Tel Tanner rejoining us in the booth and scaring me at the same time. Did not realize you were here.
I had the same idea as a scary number of people. A quick bathroom break as we start the 4th, and there were a bunch of players currently playing, starters, as well as a head coach in there as well. Like this was weird. It was like we were having a meeting. It was
when the time comes, Tel.
6-3 is the score right at the moment. Starting off the 4th inning. 1 out on the board. It was Luke Blackman. Now Wiltz, the DH, who does have a hit and an RBI in this game. Taking his 3rd pitch. He's got a 1-1 count at the moment against Jacob Walker. 1 out on the board. High fly ball this time in the infield. Molnaric, the first baseman. Can of corn, and the batter is out. 2 outs for Morningside. 2 up, 2 down. And we'll go to Woods, the center fielder, batting 8th in the order. Woods' first pitch, gonna go low. Take ball 1. 1-0 count with 2 down now for Walker. Out towards left field. This one is gonna drop in front of the left fielder Gardner. Base hit for Morningside. They've got 1 on with 2 outs as they go to the 9-hole batter, Bunkers.
That's a big hit right there for Morningside. Needed that one with how the 4th inning has started so far. 2 up, 2 down. Bunkers did have a sac fly RBI back in the 2nd inning. He would need Connor Woods to steal a couple bases if he wants to get that again. Worth noting as well, Woods now 2 for 2 on the day.
Swing and miss at strike 1 here for Bunkers.
Woods actually becomes the 2nd player in this game with multiple hits. The first Mustang. The only other one is Aiden Chang.
Having a good day batting in that 8th spot. We are concluding the 2nd trip through for the Mustangs. We'll go to the top of the order after this, but it might have to wait till the next inning as Kondo will make the catch out in right field on the warning track. Good catch for the senior out of Japan. 3 outs on the board as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning now. Lancers lead 6-3. They had 5 runs go in the 3rd. Back in 60 seconds on KYNT.
Hard Mountain Dew, the dew you love with a kick of 5% alcohol. It's a new flavored malt beverage available in 4 bold flavors, including Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, Live Wire, and Watermelon. Mountain Dew lovers of legal drinking age can experience the bold citrus flavors of the soft drink they know and love with 5% alcohol, 0 caffeine, and no added sugar. Experience hard flavors like Original Mountain Dew, Live Wire, Baja Blast, Watermelon, or Baja Blast Pineapple Punch and Mango flavors. Get your Dew today.
Hey, son, can you hand me that vice grip? As any farmer or rancher knows, having the right tools in the toolbox is important. That goes for your ag lending as well. If you're considering expansion, restructuring debt, or purchasing equipment, call Dakota Mac.
We have a toolbox full of lending solutions to help you with your ag financing needs.
Hi, it's Jeff Wolfgram from Dakota Mac. Call us at 800-682-4578 to learn how Dakota Mac products can work for you.
Bottom of the fourth inning, here we come. Josh Pratt once again on the mound for the Mustangs. We have final stats now for Lawrence. The batters on were his that scored there in the bottom of the inning. So 6 hits, 6 runs given up for Lawrence today. 2 1/3 innings pitched, 58 total pitches. Looks like we got 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 16 batters faced. Josh Pratt came in and struck out the final 2 batters to finish off that third. Grounder to the third, throw over to first. 1 out on the board. Owens can't beat out the throw this time. Did it once earlier, not on the third trip through. That's 1 out on the board now for Pratt as we bring back Ryan Bachman. Strike one looking, starting things off for Bachman. He does have a hit and a run so far today. At bat number 3 for the senior. The other half of that Mount Marty duo I spoke with on the locker this week, about 15 minutes straight with Bachman and Chang both, just getting to know these guys and talking about this team. You can find it on KYN TV's YouTube channel. Go back to Monday, called the Lancer Locker. 1-1 count after the foul here, make it 1-2.
We also got a SoundCloud page with our audio archive, which the Lancer Locker will be up on that as soon as I update it. I usually go week by week. I update it every Monday, so that'll be on this coming Monday. It'll be on there, too.
Braden Butler, a guy who loves going around talking about his SoundCloud.
It's 2016 all over again. Speaking of things I want to talk about, Tal, a peek behind the curtain, you almost had to find a new broadcast partner during that break. Great burgers brought up here. Thank you to Mount Marty University, Andy Bernardo, and the people working here. But caught a little bit in my throat. Thought I was going to
slow down, man.
Neither of you looked like you were going to give me the Heimlich. You didn't even know I was fighting for my life over here.
I'm calling a baseball game. What do you mean?
You're coming back to baseball. I'm dying.
Swing and miss. Bachman is going to be struck out here by Pratt. That'll be out number 2 of the inning. Here comes Daniel Vonnegut once again. What do you mean I didn't notice? I got a baseball game to call.
I thought we were friends, man.
Oh, man. Foul ball.
No, you do bring up a good point. We do have a baseball game in front of us, Tell. And Josh Pratt's been playing pretty well since coming in relief. He's got back-to-back outs to start this inning, including a strikeout. Did the last couple outs of the inning there in the third as well. Ended with a fly out by Aiden Chang.
Ball throw for Vonnegut here. A 1-1 count he's got with 2 outs on the board. Swing and miss for strike 2. Pratt trying to go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 4th after the Lancers had 5 runs in that third. They lead 6-3 right at the moment. Grounder over to the shortstop. 2-hop got there. Throw over to first base. Close play. Got him in time. That will be number 3. Bottom of the 4th now in the books as we go to the 5th inning on KYNT. Morningside bats back up. 6-3. Lancers lead in 60 seconds.
You pay what we pay with Ford's From America, For America employee pricing event. Now through June 2nd at Lewis and Clark Ford. Get employee prices, which are below invoice on most new Ford vehicles. Plus, employee pricing is in addition to any other discounts or incentives available. We're proud to be an American company, and we're saying thanks, America, with employee pricing. See our new Ford selection at Lewis and Clark Ford, 4th and Capitol Yankton, or online at lewisandclarkford.com. Right
now at Les Schwab Tires, it's the Best for Less sales event. Save up to $120 instantly on a set of 4 tires. Choose from a wide selection of some of our longest-lasting, best-performing tires. Plus, you'll get America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Just another way you'll get more from less. Stop by a store or shop online at leschwab.com. Limited time offer while supplies last. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
Back here for the 5th on KYNT, our game today from Parker Hannafin. It's day 1 of your new career. Parker Yankton has immediate openings for all production positions, offering newly increased wages, 13 paid holidays, and some of the most competitive benefits in the area. All beginning on day 1. Learn more at parker.com. Braden Kielbasa back up. Tell me how this guy's day has gone so far. I know 0 for 2, but his season.
Yeah, on the season, now today's stats don't really reflect his season as a whole. He's been one of the leading hitters all year long. Obviously, you got to be in the leadoff spot. 341 batting average, which is the second highest on the team for anybody with more than 30 games played. And he's played 49, which is the most on the team.
6-3. Mount Marty has the advantage as we start the 5th. Out towards right field. This one is driven back deep. Gonna stay in. Kondo makes the out. Shugo Kondo now catches back-to-back outs. The final one of the top of the 4th and the first at the top of the 5th. As we go to Delzell now. A hit and a run scored today in his one at-bat. He was also hit by a pitch to start off the game, was then caught stealing.
It was the only steal attempt so far by Morningside as well, and that came in the first inning, so I think Aiden Chang might have sent a message to the Mustangs there.
Chang, those throwdowns to second, one of his strengths at the catcher position. 1-0 count at the moment. Jacob Walker on the mound for the Lancers. Walker's pitch count in the low 50s as he starts off this at-bat. Has allowed 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 strikeout. He's faced 19 batters. Foul ball here. Walker once again having a good start today. He's one down in the 5th.
Yeah, low 50s in the pitch count heading into with 1 down already in the 5th is very efficient work on the mound. And got into a bit of a trouble spot back in the 2nd inning. There was an error. There was a comeback that went off his leg, so a couple things went awry. But outside of that, he has been rock solid.
Hard to call it a mistake by him, the play that should have been thrown out at first, because he got hit off the bat. It went right at his leg, and he was in obvious pain. It's a good thing he's shaking that off, and he's put up a 0 in the 4th and 1 out so far in the 5th.
Yeah, might have a little bruise on the leg when all things are said and done here, but the way he's pitching, I don't think he'll mind that right now.
It's on his plant foot, that lead foot left. Right-handed pitcher. Strike throw there, 2-2 count. 1 out on the board. Wind once again blowing out today between 10 and 15 miles an hour. Grounder right between first and second, out towards right field. Delzell is on a bag. Morningside has 1 on with 1 down. Delzell's second hit of the game, and that brings up Jacob Odell, batting 3rd in the order, and a dangerous man to come up batting with 1 on. They're only at first, but still. 0 for 2 today. He's got a hold of a couple, but a ground out and a fly out.
Yeah, any runners on base, you don't want to see runners on base when Odell comes to the plate. Team high RBI with 52 on the season.
Ground out in his last at-bat. His first one was that fly out, and it was to the catcher. A towering elevator ball, straight up and straight down. A 1 pitch just delivered from Walker. Second throw on the way. A 1 pitch with 1 out. High high infield fly going to the shallow right field. Kondo comes in to make the catch. And he has now caught the last 3 outs of the game for Mount Marty, going back to the top of the 4th once again. Caught the final out there, and the first 2 outs of the 5th. See if he can make it 4 straight, honestly.
He also had a fly out back in the 2nd inning that went out to him. That was a sack. Yeah. It ended up being a sack fly RBI, so Morningside got a run off of it, but still.
Busy day out and right.
Which there's a lot of right-handed batters, too, so that shows that they're a little late getting the head of the bat around on Jacob Walker. They're pushing a lot to right field. Good sign for the velocity of Walker if he keeps that up.
Out towards right field again. This one foul. It's going to go into the bullpen. Kondo can't get over the fence to get to it.
I was caught in the bullpen. If this was banana ball, that'd be an out.
Yeah, there you go.
They're a big deal lately.
See if we could see any trick plays here today.
You know the Savannah Bananas are becoming a really big deal across the country because they got haters on Twitter now.
Yeah, that is the key right there.
I know I'm not a big deal because I haven't got any hate messages on Twitter.
Oh, I have.
There you go.
Not saying I'm a big deal, but no, I get the hate.
It's proof.
1-1 pitch, 2 outs.
There's the flip side of you're getting hate on Twitter because you're really bad. So I don't want to worry you too much there.
Hey now.
But
no, that's actually a thing. I've talked with a lot of broadcasters at higher D1 level around the area of, yeah, that's apparently a regular thing as a broadcaster. You just kind of got to develop a thick skin. Out towards center field. It'll drop for a base hit. Snyder is on first, and he's having a good day. His 2nd hit now. He has 1 RBI already. That's in 3 at-bats. 2 for 3 as we welcome back Crosetti now, who has a hit and a run as well. Now runners on 1st and 2nd, and Morningside is threatening here. 2 outs on the board. Walker's still in a decent position to get out of this, but Morningside can put up some runs here.
Nobody's throwing yet, but there is somebody stretching out in the Lancer bullpen. Got the whatever that thing is.
The whatever the thing is?
It's like a long bar that's kind of floppy on the ends, and you use it to kind of like shake out your, I don't know, man.
I need you to keep describing this thing. What is happening? What are you looking at?
It's done now. I put it away.
Okay.
It's like, I'll show you some later. Pull up a video on YouTube or something. And I'm just going to keep digging
So back
myself
to baseball.
That is baseball. It's a baseball thing.
So what is the thing?
I don't know what it's called.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Anyways, 1-1 count. Something going on in the bullpen. Anyways, I think what he's trying to say here, folks, is there is somebody warming up just in case, and that is Liam Bates over there, senior for the Lancers out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Going to throw over to second is Walker. Not in time to get anybody, but just taking a moment here. Crosetti at the plate. A whipstick, we're being told.
I told you it's a real thing.
I didn't even see. I just heard you stuttering, man.
Listen, don't bring up my stutter, all right? I talk for a living. It's a shock I got this far.
You don't give yourself enough credit. 2-1 count with 2 outs on the board. Runners on 1st and 2nd. We are in a big moment here in the 5th inning. Jacob Walker throwing for the Lancers. Out towards right field. This one's driven deep. Kondo does make the catch, and his 4th straight out in right field. All 3 of this inning, and he just set the all-time record, or tied the all-time record of the most outs a single outfielder can get in 1 inning. Well done. Well done. Back for the bottom of the 5th, and the Lancer bats in 60 seconds.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's 2 best hotels, the Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate with flexible reservation changes, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express, 2 great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Are you looking for the easy way to travel in 2025? Let Foreman Charters do the driving for your next trip. Upcoming tours include a 4-day trip with stops in the Black Hills and Medora, North Dakota for the famous Medora musical, leaving on June 27th. Foreman will also tour some of the best wineries and breweries in the Black Hills area, beginning July 11th through July 13th. For more on these and other 2025 Foreman Charter tours, go to foremanbus.com.
Six to 3, your score. Lancers get out of a jam there. Shugo Kondo catching all 3 outs for the Lancers out and right. Credit to Josh Bolter for the history joke, as he pulled that one out last week on the Morningside broadcasts in the regular season.
You know, I'll give a peek behind the curtain here to the listeners at home. There's sometimes you'll say something, and I have nothing to add to it, and you'll look at me, so I just give you a thumbs up in the booth. And I want people at home to know what's happening up here, because they can't see me give the thumbs up.
He also told me once we turned off the mics in that break that he hates when I talk, so
well,
1-1 count.
Listen.
1-2. Shugo Kondo, the guy we were just talking about, is taking pitches here.
I meant that facetiously. There you go.
Out towards right field. Kondo, the right fielder, is going to put it, and it will be caught out and right on a full sprint. Crosetti able to bring that one in. Just got there in time.
Is that now 4 straight outs that have gone to the right fielder?
That'd be 5, because Kondo had all 3 last inning and the last one of the 4th. In the top of the 4th. So in the game itself, yeah, going back for both teams batting, it would be 4 straight flyouts to right, yes.
Ridiculous.
Over to first base. It's not a fly out to right, but it is an out. That's number 2. Vance will ground out to the third baseman.
A couple quick outs here for Morningside. You know, they trail by 3 right now. They are out hitting the Lancers. 1 error for each team, but is exactly what the Mustangs need to have happen. Just keep the Lancers off the base paths as much as possible. Keep this a 3-run game so you can get as many shots at it as possible.
Strike 1 for Gardner. Showing bunt here is the senior. 2 outs on the board. This is the 7th batter in the order. He does have 2 RBIs off a single hit today.
Heavy shift to the right side of the infield. 3 infielders on the right side, and
wow.
Looks like Gardner there was actually trying to bat against it. Sat back on that one and just pushed it foul on the left field line.
Wow, can we get a camera on this shift and just see this right here? Really ready for this left-handed batter in Gardner.
Third base line's covered by the umpire right now.
Foul ball. If Gardner can pull it opposite hand over to the left side, he's got plenty of open real estate. One of the larger shifts I've seen.
Outfield's set up pretty fundamentally. Center fielder's a little off center, pulled to the right center field side, but you know, they are banking on Gardner pulling this ball.
Gardner with a 1-2 count. Or strikeout. Pratt will just get the out, and that'll do it for the 5th. We'll go to the 6th inning now. 6-3, your score. Back in 60 seconds, you're listening to Lancer Baseball on KYT.
Sherco's newest wireless remote system, the SureLink, is based on the most advanced industrial Bluetooth technology, delivering greater reliability and range. The Sherco Pro offers Sherco's best-in-class express operation for simple, single-touch operation. Looking for a low-cost option? Then the SureLink EZR remote may be right for you. Give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
When you need a break, Pizza Ranch is ready. Rough day or good day, sometimes you just need a buffet. And we've got all your favorites always ready to serve. Come to the place that puts a smile on your face. This is Mike at Yankton Pizza Ranch. If you need pizza, desserts, or the country's best chicken, our buffet is ready for you every day from 11 to 8. So make today a buffet day at Yankton Pizza Ranch.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
6-3 your score as we start off the 6th inning. And this is the inning where the Lancers have really been doing some incredible things over the last couple of games. They have 11 runs scored so far in this tournament in the 6th inning alone.
Yeah, looking back at the first matchup with Morningside, 5 runs in the 6th, and also if you go back to the 5th in that one too, Aiden Chang hit a 3-run home run. So the middle innings have been huge for the Lancers. 8 runs between the 5th and the 6th against Morningside, and then 6 runs in the 6th inning against Doane in their game yesterday, which included Aiden Chang again, 2 RBI double to left center.
For Morningside, back in the 6th in Game 1 against Mount Marty in this tournament, they did have a single run in that 6th as well. And they're going to have a leadoff grounder to short, throw over to first on the run from Vance. He got there. Good instincts from Vance on the defensive side of things. Really plug-and-play guy. Joe Goki goes down, and Vance has been great in that role.
And it's a tough position to play shortstop. You're most likely the captain of the defense a lot. They say the hot corner is third base, and honestly, that is the hardest position to play, especially against right-handed hitters in terms of just pulling on the ball. But shortstop is, you got a lot of ground to cover out there. Third baseman usually hugs the third baseline a little more, especially against righties. You have good range, good arm, good instincts. He's got it all.
1-0 count to start off the next at-bat here after the Blackman ground out. This is Wilt, the DH, has 1 hit, 1 RBI today in 2 at-bats.
Yeah, popped out in his last at-bat, caught by the first baseman, Milneric.
Thought about swinging at that one, let it go for ball 2. .2-0 pitch on the way. Foul ball towards right field. Closer to the line than I thought it was going to be, but it is foul nonetheless. Wind's blowing out today. As we go through our field conditions once again, between 10 and 15 miles an hour, blowing pretty straight out. Temperature in Yankton, right around 60 degrees. High temperature at 62. Won't get much warmer than this, as we're playing in the middle part of the day, 1:30 p.m. at the moment. It's going to stick around this temperature. It's a good day for baseball here in Yankton. Partly cloudy skies, but good temperature. The rain has stayed away. It's been a good day.
Yeah, we'll say there was a little bit of run of some dark clouds that scooted over earlier on today. I thought I'd have to run an umbrella out to center field for our camera, but everything turned out all right.
Walk throw from Walker here. And Wilt will take first base. That is actually the first walk of this game for Jacob Walker.
And only the second free base at all. He hit the second batter of the game with a pitch, and since then they've earned it, so to speak, outside of an error.
The Lancer defense has really what's been working today. Only 1 strikeout for Walker as well. The rest of the outs, Lancer defense has been putting in the work today. 6-3 your score. Morningside's getting contact on the ball, but the weak contact in the infield, they've been able to throw batters out at first. The outfield has been steady for the Lancers today. They've been catching everything they can. Top of the 6th inning, 1 out on the board. And another fly ball out to left. Gardner tracking this one down. Will Gardner, the senior, does make the catch for out number 2. And once again, in this inning, we have a couple of contacts and a couple of outs. Blackman grounded out to the shortstop. And now it'll be Woods flying out to left. Jackson Bunkers steps up. He has a sacrifice RBI from earlier in this game. 2 outs on the board.
And when you're on the mound, we talked about earlier on more of an old school style of thinking of like pitching to contact, letting your defense work behind you. And keeps the pitches down a lot as well. 74 pitches at the last check for Walker here in the 6th.
And here's Kondo going back for one in right field. He'll catch it on the warning track. That's 3 outs for the Lancers. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the 6th has been their inning in recent games. We'll take a break, come back for that in 60 seconds. It's Lancer Baseball on KYNT.
Quit hitting the snooze button on your new career. Parker offers day 1 benefits and an employer who puts you first. Grind through the workday in your own specialty. Assembler, material handler, or line operation tech. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $2.35. Choose your shift and enjoy day one benefits. This isn't just a job, it's your future. Join us today. Find more information and apply now at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
The Dakota Theater, operated by nonprofit Onward Yankton, is dedicated to providing entertainment and cultural opportunities for all citizens of the greater Yankton region. They believe the arts strengthen our community by inspiring, uniting, and educating children and adults of all backgrounds. The Dakota Theater is in a time of revitalization, including restoration and renovation, technology upgrades, program enhancement, and establishing an endowment to ensure the long-term financial stability of the theater. Please donate at dakotatheater.org.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and we just got an update from the Great Plains Athletic Conference, by the way. We were going to tell you about the Concordia side of this tournament. Games scheduled to start at 3 o'clock, and I believe those just got moved. According to the Great Plains Athletic Conference on Twitter, they're saying the Concordia pod of the GPAC baseball tournament has been moved today's games to Friday at 1 p.m., and if needed, at 4 p.m. They're saying Friday in the tweet. I'm assuming that's just a typo, because today is Friday. I'm assuming that means tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Grounder over to second base. Molnarek is going to ground out to the second baseman to start off the bottom of the 6th. That'll bring Jackson Nome up now batting for the Lancers.
I like to think it means they got a time machine and they're going to start them half an hour ago.
They're going to, yeah, those games are going to start a half hour ago tomorrow. That is what we're doing.
That was the first time Molnarek's gotten, his first official at-bat of the day. He had a walk back in the second inning and then a sac fly RBI in the third. So 0 for 1 on the day with an RBI and a trip around the base paths.
0-1 pitch from Jackson Nome just came in. Or to Jackson Nome from Josh Pratt. Nome just got a piece of that one swinging. Into the glove of the catcher for strike number 2. We are completing the third trip through for the Mount Marty Lancers. Aiden Chang is on deck. And I think he went around there. He did. Strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Pratt throwing well right now. He came in that 5th inning, and he has shut things down since then. Lancers, or in that 3rd inning, that 5-run 3rd inning, and he has shut things down. Lancers have had nothing in the last 2 innings. And now 2 outs here.
And quite literally nothing. That's been 8 straight outs since that big 3rd inning. Pratt has really come in and, as you said, just slammed the door right now. Luckily for the Lancers on the defensive end, their pitching and defense has kept Morningside off the board as well since that 3rd inning.
Quick batter's visit here. Aiden Chang and the on-deck circle now talking with head coach Josh Tykrow and their hitting coach. Discussing strategy. Maybe Tykrow's trying to guess the pitches he's getting. See what's going on here. As Chang was left hanging as he tried to fist bump his teammate and people walked away.
You know,
and then Owens came back to give it to him. That's great right there.
Tykrow was smiling during that at bat. It gives me a couple during that conversation. It gives me a couple ideas of what it could be.
Tykrow's been doing this a long time.
You
see what he's seeing.
You never want to say like maybe the pitcher's showing a tell that can tip his pitches every now and then. Some pitchers do that.
Ooh. All right, well, that probably changed things there. Chang has just hit on the first pitch of the at-bat, so he's going to go to first. So pretty much probably that entire strategy they were just talking about might be gone now. But Chang is on first, and his courtesy runner in Marshall will now be running the bags for him. Jalen Owens will step up. Owens, however, was a part of that little meeting, so
yeah,
we'll see what he's got.
It was Chang, Owens, and Bachman all there, so the top 3 hitters in the order. The other thing I was thinking that could have been is just Tykrow telling Aiden Chang to swing away. Why not have another home run?
2 outs on the board. Swing and miss. Strike 1 here for Owens. And Owens was swinging for the fences on that one. Owens, so good at bunting. His speed, normally able to run out these pitches. He had one back in the 1st inning exactly like that. Bunted, ran it out over to first. Here's the 0-1. Inside pitch this time. Does have a couple of home runs on the season as well. When he wants to swing, he can. Batting north of 350 on the year. 1-1 pitch. Outside.
Partly cloudy skies tell, but they are thick clouds that are around today. Every time they dip in front of the sun, it's like, oh, it's dark outside, and we're back.
2-1 pitch. Strike 2 call on the inside. 2-2 count with 2 down. Bottom of the 6th inning. 6-3, Lancers have led since the 5-run 3rd inning. Grounder over to the shortstop here. They just need one, and they'll get it at second. Owens will ground into the fielder's choice, and that'll do it for the 6th inning. 3 outs on the board, 6-3 your score. Lancers lead. Back in 60 seconds. We'll go to the 7th on KYNT.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more. All at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. For your convenience, you can call and order curbside pickup or order online at meatlodge.com. The Meat Lodge in Yankton, on the way to the lake on Highway 52.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Go to the 7th inning. Kielbasa to lead it off for the Mustangs. Jacob Walker, starting off the 7th, has 76 pitch count. You talked about this at the beginning of the game, Braden. A guy like him who kind of pitches to contact a little bit, you can keep the pitch count low, and you can go about 10 an inning, get to the 9th, and maybe throw a full game. And right at the moment, he's on track to do so. 76 entering the 7th.
On a day 2 where the Lancers, you have to assume, just said, all right, any arm that's available, we are willing to throw them
100%.
today, with these 2 games being so important. When you get a guy like Jacob Walker who's gone out there and gone 6 complete innings and still has quite a few pitches to work with, hasn't really shown any signs of fatigue quite yet, like that's huge for what potentially could be a 2-game day.
And he's going to catch a grounder to himself. 1-3 put out, underhand throw over to first. Molnaric makes the catch. Walker, good instincts there for the pitcher.
Up next, the left fielder, number 12, Michael Delzell.
Delzell coming to the plate next, and he's been on base every time he's come to the plate. Was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, doubled in the 3rd, and then singled in the 5th. So he was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning. He was the 2nd batter.
First pitch ball for him. Delzell against Mount Marty had a rough day on Wednesday, went 0 for 5 with a strikeout in there. So far, 2 hits and a run, as you said.
This is the part of the order Morningside wants to get things started with Delzell, the 2-hole hitter, Odell on deck at the 3 spot, and then Michael Snyder, the cleanup man, in the hole.
Inside throw there for a ball.
Is that the seagulls from Finding Nemo I hear down there?
Yeah.
I think they're saying Mike instead of mine, but.
They do. Michael Delzell at the plate, but. The Morningside dugout, I've talked about it throughout this tournament. I love the vibe from those guys. They're just in it, cheering on their guys, and almost chirping their own guys throughout it. It's rather fun. They have fun. That's what you want to see in tournament action.
One of my favorite things I've ever heard on a broadcast is a team chirping their own guy. I'll explain after this pitch.
Walk. That'll put one on with 1 out.
So there was a pitch that was coming right at the batter. It was a Yankton High School game. They were up a couple runs already late in the game. It was just kind of seeing the thing out. Pitch coming right at the batter. Falls to the turf to get out of the way, and you just hear really loud from the dugout, "Wear it." Got a laugh out of both. I can't remember who was in the batter's box, but him and the entire dugout.
That's pretty good. Couple of pitchers we've seen warming up in the bullpen for the Lancers. We saw Liam Bates warming up a couple innings ago, and now Aspen Dahl is warming up as well. Lancers have options if they need to go to a reliever here in a bit, but for the moment, Walker has one out with one on. Third batter he'll face of the inning. This is Odell. We started off with the leadoff hitter. Kielbasa grounded out to the pitcher, and now we've got a shot out to left. It drops for a base hit. That's a single. Odell gets his first hit of the game. He was previously 0 for 3. On his fourth trip, gets a hit out to left, and now he's on. Delzell is on second, and I think we might be seeing that change now.
Yeah, looked like Tycro signaled to the first base bullpen, and this is a big moment for the Lancers. This has been a great pitching performance today for Walker. Only 3 runs given up, none since the third inning, but with 2 on, with a big power hitter like Michael Snyder at the plate and a 3-run lead, you want to maybe just go to a fresh arm, give Snyder everything you got coming out of this crucial at-bat down the stretch.
And that fresh arm is Aspen Dahl. We'll tell you all about him in 60 seconds. It's Lancer Baseball on KYT.
Looking for the perfect place to get together with friends and family, watch the game, and enjoy some of the best wings in town? Make plans to visit Checkers Sports Bar and Grill. Whether it's baseball, hockey highlights, or any other sport, your game day cravings are covered. Enjoy the action while you dig into mouth-watering wings, juicy burgers, and stacked sandwiches. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is Yankton's favorite spot for food, friends, and sports. Your game days belong at Checkers.
Looking for fuel or more? Stop by Triple Time Rudy's, your locally owned convenience store at 17th and Broadway. At Triple Time Rudy's, they're proud to support the community, offering fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers and backing local activities and events. Inside, you'll discover regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. Whether it's a quick snack, a tank of top-quality fuel, or a taste of local goodness, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling the community.
Aspen Dahl on the mound for the Mount Marty Lancers now. We'll roll through his stats here on the season. But first, we'll tell you about his last appearance because it was against Morningside. He came in to throw the final 2 innings, the 8th and the 9th, in the first-round matchup on Wednesday. Allowed 2 hits, no runs, struck out 4 of the 7 batters he faced over 2 innings. He had an incredible performance, did the junior out of Madison.
This will be the 12th appearance of the season for Dahl, his 3rd in relief. He has 1 save across 36 innings. 33 strikeouts as a pitcher, which is 5th most on the team. A batting average against him of .359, though, but if he keeps that ball low and in the park, he's been good down the stretch this season.
Aspen Dahl, as you said, it's only his 3rd appearance as a reliever. He's got 9 starts on the season. Once again, Lancers have the full bullpen, and they are willing to throw anybody. They want this game. Dahl, one of the only reasons he was taken out of a starting role is because he was dealing with a shoulder issue this year, but man, he looked good on Wednesday. See what he's got here today. 1 out on the board as he starts his trip to the mound. Snyder, the first man he'll face. This is the catcher, batting cleanup. 2 hits, 1 RBI today. Runners on first and second for the Mustangs. First pitch, outside, ball 1.
You know, until a shoulder issue ended my baseball career. It was either that or the fact that I was bad at baseball. I haven't decided yet.
All right.
Dahl find himself behind in the count 2-0 here after back-to-back balls coming out of the pen. And Snyder's in a hitter's count now, so he's going to look for his pitch. You're probably not going to get him to chase at anything here in a big situation.
And now with a 2-0 count, 1-0, or 1 out. He is going to put this one lazy shot out to right field. It drops in front of Kondo, the right fielder. Throw in to keep the runner at third, but that'll load up the bases with 1 out on the board.
Obviously, getting Snyder out was the best case scenario. Next best thing for the Lancers might have been that right there. Doesn't keep it in the park. Nobody comes home. You got to force it any bag now so you can get that double play a little easier. Considering the ability that Snyder has at the plate, there are a lot worse things that could have happened than a single to right field where everybody stays on the bases. Nobody comes home, I should say.
Which will bring up Giacomo Crossetti now with the bases loaded and 1 out. Morningside trails by 3 in this game. And they're threatening to take away that lead right now. Crossetti. Swing and miss at strike 1 from Dahl. Aspinall once again struck out 4 of the 7 batters he faced against Morningside to finish off the 8th and 9th inning on Wednesday.
At least early on in this at-bat, expect Dahl to work Crossetti low, try to force some weak ground ball, potentially turn a double play and get out of this jam.
A 1 pitch. Outside throw from Dahl here. Thomas in running for Snyder again, by the way. Courtesy runner for the catcher. 1-1 count. Grounder right to the second baseman. Throw to second, throw back to first, and it's not a good throw. Lancers can't turn the double play, and 2 runs are going to come in for Morningside. It was trying to get a 4-6-3 right to the second baseman, flip to the shortstop, Vance over at second. Then they tried throwing to first, and it went by the first baseman, Molnaric. Oh, we're counting outs here. Hold on. I'm going to go to the play-by-play in our... We started out the inning with Kielbasa ground out to the pitcher. And that, I believe, was our only out.
Yeah, Kielbasa,
until this one right here.
Kielbasa grounded out. Then we had a walk of Delzell, a single by Odell, and a single by Snyder. So that'd be 2 outs.
Yep, this is out number 2. They needed the double play there to end the inning, and they could not turn 2. So that will lead to 2 runs scoring and a 6-5, 1-run lead for the Lancers now as 2 runs go in the 7th. 2 outs on the board now as Luke Blackman step up.
You can't let that affect you down the stretch, but that error is big. It goes from, would have been no runs coming across in the inning.
Lancers could have held a 3-run lead without that error, their second of the game. And the first mistake from Vance, the shortstop, we've seen in the last 2 games. Strike throw from Aspinall, 1-1 count, 2 outs on the board. Runner on second once again. Crossetti, I believe, at second.
Yeah, Crossetti was able to advance to second on the errant throw.
Swing and miss for strike 2 for Blackman. Dahl trying to keep the Lancers with a 1-run advantage. Blackman with a man in scoring position could tie it up here if he gets solid contact. Potentially take the lead. 1-2. Strike 3. Foul tip, Chang caught it. 3 outs, that'll do for the top of the 7th. Lancers still possess a 1-run lead, 6-5. We go to the final 2.5 innings. Back for the bottom of the 7th in 60 seconds in KYNT.
Aztec is looking for people who can crush it. Aztec is hiring now, seeking a variety of positions, including engineers for manufacturing, electrical software and controls and design, plus electrical technician, maintenance tech, and tech support specialist. Aztec offers competitive pay, 10 paid holidays, incredible 401k, paid partner leave, safety incentives, and sign-on bonus for production workers. To apply for these jobs or to see what other opportunities are available, go to aztecjobs.com.
Brandon is super pumped about Runza,
Runza is so sweet.
especially all their desserts.
Oh, those are the sweetest.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist ice cream cones, 4 flavors of shakes, chocolate chip cookies, and ice cream sandwiches.
Literally sweet.
Aw, I love your enthusiasm.
Well, I love Runza.
So sweet of you. Come satisfy your sweet tooth, because Runza makes it all better.
Runza on Broadway by Menards in Yankton.
Ryan Bachman ready to lead off the bottom of the 7th for the Mount Marty Lancers. We're down to a 1-run ball game here in Yankton. 2 added in the top of the 7th for the Mustangs. Josh Pratt on the mound. He's thrown really good today. Grounder over to second. That should be the first out of this inning. 4-3. Ground out. In the books for Bachman.
This is the big. Sorry, go ahead. I'll say this is the big part of the order though for Mount Marty. So that leadoff ground out is big to get for the Mustangs, but now you got Daniel Vonnegut at the plate and Shugo Kondo on deck.
Inside throw here for Vonnegut. Ball 1 out on the board now. Josh Pratt once again has just been incredible. So far, through 4 innings, he's thrown 36 pitches, 3 strikeouts. He's faced 14 batters through 4 innings. Perfect is 12, and he had 14. He's really playing well right now.
And he threw an average of 9 pitches to each batter, or to each out, through 4 innings.
Two. Low throw there. Full count for Vonnegut. Shugo Kondo is on deck. Lancers trying to hang on to a lead here. They're batting. Maybe they can extend it. Pratt standing in their way. Foul ball off the bat of Vonnegut here.
This is where the chess match in the game of baseball really comes into play. 3-2 count. You got to be thinking as a batter, is he going to put something over the plate, hoping he doesn't want to walk me? Was he going to put something over the plate? Is he going to get me to chase?
Just got a piece of that one, did Vonnegut.
Hit off the backstop so hard, it rolled all the way back to Pratt on the mound.
Full count pitch. Out towards the left field. This one is driven deep. Back to the fence. It hops into it. 2 bags going to be taken by Vonnegut. He'll be in scoring position for the Lancers as Shugo Kondo steps up now. 1 out on the board. 6-5 score. Lancers by 1.
A 1-out double for Vonnegut is huge there. Put both of his names together for a second, but almost hit it too hard, Tell. As it came off the fence, it went in and out of the glove of the left fielder. If he's able to secure that initially, we might have had a close play at second, but that is a hard hit ball from Vonnegut.
Lancer Baseball today, a product of Rise Fuel. They give you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. Kondo now batting. Inside throw for the senior right fielder. He's got 2 RBIs, 1 hit, and 1 run scored today. Got active in that big 3rd inning for the Lancers. Now here in the 7th. Takes strike 1 looking. Breaking ball. Found the zone. 1-1 count. One pitch on the way. Vonnegut leading off second. Let it go. Breaking ball just missed. 2-1. Low outside.
Kind of went under the radar there for Vonnegut, but that's the first hit for the Lancers since that 3rd inning.
Since Pratt came in that 3rd, it's Impressive what Pratt has been able to do here. To 1 pitch. Gonna find the zone there, looking once again for Kondo. 2-2 count.
Pratt's being very deliberate right now on the mound. Paying a lot of attention to Vonnegut at second. Doesn't want to let him get too big of a lead. That could be another run only 90 feet away if he's able to sneak to third. Basically fighting a war on 2 fronts.
Swing and miss for strike 3. That's number 2 of the inning. And Tyler Vance now steps up, trying to bring in Vonnegut off second. Lancer baseball today, a courtesy of Runza. They're trying out a new idea. Stop in for a bunza. Yes, that's bunza with a B. The homemade bread you love, but in a smaller, round size, minus the cabbage. 3 flavor options: Philly cheesesteak, buffalo chicken, or cheesy dog. Available only in Yankton. Low throw to start off the at-bat for Vance. 1-0 count. Vonnegut on second. Lancers lead 6-5, trying to extend that here in the bottom of the 7th. Grounder over to the shortstop. Throw over to first. Gonna get him. 6-3 to end the inning. We go to the 8th in a 1-run game. Lancers trying to hang on to it when we return. Back in 60 seconds on KYNT.
Whether you're grilling with family and friends, hitting your favorite hiking trail, or catching a beautiful Midwest sunset, Good Boy Vodka ready-to-drink cocktails go wherever the good times are. With bold flavors like lime, black cherry, and cranberry, each can is just 95 calories, no sugar, and gluten-free. No mixers, no mess, just smooth refreshment in every sip. Grab a pack of Good Boy Vodka cocktails, because good days deserve a good drink.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
Move with Mason.
6-5 score here on KYNT. Mount Marty by 1 as we start off the 8th inning. It is coming down to the wire between these two. Aspinall on the mound for the Lancers. Starting off the 8th, Mount Marty leads by 1. Morningside trying to take back the lead. They held back in the top of the 3rd inning. They led 3-1. Lancers put up a 5-run 3rd, and they've held the lead since then. Now in the 8th, a 6-5 advantage for Mount Marty. Mount Marty has not scored since that 5-run 3rd, however.
Will at the plate here, too, for Morningside. 1 for 2 on the day. Officially had an RBI single in the 2nd inning. Popped out to the first baseman in the 4th, and then had a walk back in the 6th.
Two-0 pitch. Strike taken, looking 2-1.
It's a good pitch to get there for Dahl. Doesn't want to go down 3-0 in a count. You don't want to give any Mustang a hitter's count right now with the situation as it is.
Out towards left field. This one is driven deep, going back to the fence, and this game is tied. Solo home run for Wilt to lead off the 8th inning.
Huge shot and a big moment for Morningside there. The Mustangs battling back after being down 3 runs just a few moments ago, it feels like.
Six to 6 tie game here in the 8th. Woods now stepping up, batting 8th in the order. He does have 2 hits today. Aspinall out there throwing for the Lancers.
And Dahl's just got to flush that last at-bat. Can't let it get to him here now in a tie ball game.
Got to keep his mental. Lancers do have Zach Hagee warming up in the pen. Their senior reliever with the most work on the season. A 1 pitch. Swing and miss for strike 2.
Good bounce back here for Dahl, immediately getting ahead 0-2 in the count. Mentioned it earlier, but Woods is 2 for 3 on the day. Had a pair of singles, one in the second, one in the fourth. Only come up in the even number innings so far as Woods.
High foul ball going backwards over the top of the press box here. 0-2 count for Woods still. Foul ball again. Woods just staying alive here. Couple of foul balls.
Yeah, back-to-back two strike foul balls as well. So Dahl's giving him pitches that would force him to strike out. Woods to have to do a lot of protecting right now. Dahl looks like he shook off the initial signal here. Might try to get him to chase.
Threw outside. Ball 1. One-two pitch on the way. Out towards center field. This one's going to drop. Another base hit for Morningside, right between short and center. One on. No outs. Top of the 8th. Morningside just tied up the game with a solo home run to lead off the inning. As now Bunkers will step up. And there's the mound visit from Coach Tykrow. We're going to see Zach Hagee. We'll take a break. We'll come back, give you Aspinall's final stats, and tell you about the closing pitcher for the Lancers, Zach Hagee, back in 60 seconds on KYNT.
Scratching your head when it comes to choosing health insurance for your company? Don't worry. Health insurance is what we do, and our benefits will grow and expand as your company does. With Avera Health Plans, you can count on competitive premiums and access to a broad network of care, including well-being support and mental health benefits. Our comprehensive business health insurance will make you look like the expert. Just ask your insurance agent or go to averahealthplans.com.
Hard Mountain Dew, the dew you love with a kick of 5% alcohol. It's a new flavored malt beverage available in 4 bold flavors, including Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, Livewire, and Watermelon. Mountain Dew lovers of legal drinking age can experience the bold citrus flavors of the soft drink they know and love with 5% alcohol, 0 caffeine, and no added sugar. Experience hard flavors like Original Mountain Dew, Livewire, Baja Blast, Watermelon, or Baja Blast Pineapple Punch and Mango flavors. Get your Dew today.
Zach Hagee on the mound trying to keep things tied for the Lancers going to the bottom of the 8th. No outs, 1 on. 1 run is already scored. Hagee now making his 24th appearance on the season for the Mount Marty Lancers. That is 2nd all-time in a single season. He is 1 away from Derek Denning's record of 25 appearances back in 2018. Braden, tell me this guy's stats and why the Lancers use him so often.
Well, a 3.79 ERA. He's never come in as a starter. He's made 4 saves this year, which is a team high. 38 innings pitched. He's given up 22 runs, but only 16 of them were earned. He also has 36 strikeouts, a 278 batting average against him.
He's got 4 wins in there as well. He can throw quite a ways when they need him to. Haggie comes in with one on. And it'll be the 9-hole batter at the plate in bunkers. Kielbasa is on deck. No outs on the board. Showing bunt here. Strike throw. A 1.
Bunkers is 0 for 2 on the day with a sac fly RBI. All of his hits have been flyouts. I believe all of them have actually been flyouts to right field. If I remember the sac fly correctly, it was to the right fielder, Shugo Kondo.
Showing bunt again. He's going to keep this one fair. Bachman, the third baseman, brings it in. Throw to first. He is out, but will advance a runner from first to second. Woods, representing the leading run of this game, now stands at second. We are in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, moving the go-ahead run into scoring position is huge there for the Mustangs, especially with the top of the order. Kielbasa, Delzell, Odell all coming up to the plate shortly.
Top of the order. It's a good situation for Morningside. This is who you want in these situations, your leadoff man. Haggie. Strike one thrown. Haggie once again, maybe their top relieving guy. They use him so often. A 1. Grounder over to the second baseman. That will advance a runner. Throw to first. They've got out 2, but the runner goes over to third base. 2 batters up, 2 batters out, but a runner now on third.
2 down in the inning, though. You can kind of just forget about that runner on third base and focus all your attention on Jacob Odell. Or Michael Delzell, excuse me. Odell's on deck.
Delzell has 2 hits, 2 runs in this game, was walked once as well. He's having himself a good day. He was hit by pitch in the 4th at-bat. He's 2 for 2 with a walk.
He's been on base every single time he's come to the plate.
Haggie trying to fix that here and keep the game tied. If Delzell goes 5th trip, 5th on base, well, Morningside might just take a lead here. Go ahead run leading off a third in Woods. Lefty batter, righty pitcher. 0-1 on the way. Strike 2. 0-2 count. Delzell's in a hole here.
Whole approach is about to change for both pitcher and batter right now with an 0-2 count. See if Delzell chokes up a little bit.
Coach Tykro talks a lot about strike 3 as a team strike. Everybody's got to be on here. 0-2 pitch. Low there, just missed. Good eye from Delzell.
And Delzell thought about that one for a long time. Basically the entire trip to the catcher's glove. Had almost tell himself not to swing at that one. Thought he might have to protect as well in an 0-2 count with 2 down.
Foul ball. Will keep Delzell alive as he put that one into the bullpen for Morningside. We'll do it again.
And every time we go back to this situation with 2 strikes, 2 down, runner on third, the pressure just turns up a little bit more for both players.
Just outside that one. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Morningside will take the lead with a base hit. Lancers 1 out away from giving their bats a chance in the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 for Haggie. Grounder over to the second baseman. They need this out, and they will get it. Haggie comes in, 3 up, 3 down, and the Lancers tie game. They'll have a chance in the bottom of the 8th here. Back in 60 seconds for the Lancer bats. This is Mount Marty Lancer baseball on KYNT.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
Rewarding you for doing everyday things, like buying gas, shopping, and dining local. Does your bank do that? If you're a Core Trust customer, your bank does that. When you open a premium or preferred checking account and meet requirements, you get access to Core Trust perks powered by Bazing, an exclusive network offering 300,000 plus deals and discounts on dining, shopping, travel, fuel, and more. Visit us online, in person, or by phone. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
Bottom of the 8th in a tie game. 6-6 is your score. Mount Marty, Morningside, Part 6. This is the 6th time these teams have met in the last 9 days. Once in the GPAC tournament, Mount Marty won that game on Wednesday. Morningside trying to take us to game 2 here today. In a winner-take-all game 2. Mount Marty, if they win this one, they go straight to championship game on Monday. Gardner, in a tie game, will swing and miss at strike 1. 6-6, once again, your score. That's your stakes.
Gardner 1 for 3 on the day, 2 RBI single in the 3rd inning.
Out towards left field. This one looks like it's staying fair down the line, and it is caught by the left fielder for Morningside. That is 1 out. Molnaric now stepping up. The sophomore first baseman has 1 RBI today with a walk in there.
This is a big spot for him tonight, for a young guy in Molnaric.
Should be noted the Lancers in the 7, 8, 9, the first 3 up in the order. This is the 8th batter, Molnaric. 9-hole and Jackson Nome on deck. In the bottom of this 8th inning.
You'd love to get at least 1 across this inning, make it so, 1, you have some insurance, and 2, you can end it in the top of the 9th.
One count for the first baseman. Lefty batter. He's going to put a grounder over to the shortstop. Gets there off 3 hops. Throw to first base. They've got out number 2. And that'll bring up Jackson Nome. 9-hole hitter.
Here is the designated hitter for the Lancers, number 25, Jackson Nome.
Give Josh Pratt a lot of credit. He has just came in and shut down the Lancers through the last 4 2/3 innings. Put up zeros in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and now 2 outs in the 8th.
And even looking at the batters facing those innings, in the 4th, 3 up, 3 down. In the 5th, 3 up, 3 down. In the 6th, 4 batters came to the plate. 1 of them was hit by a pitch. And then last inning, finally gave up his first hit in these last 4 innings to Daniel Vonnegut.
And 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th. First pitch strike for Nome. Outside throw here. 1-1 count. Went low for that one, did not go around. Appealed down the first base line. They said he did not. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Nome just trying to get on base here. Jackson Nome is hit. And the go-ahead run is on first base.
I'll tell you, man, Jackson Nome's a cool customer. I don't think his expression changed once running down that first base line after getting hit by a pitch.
Glancing blow off the left shoulder.
Tis but a flesh wound.
And that brings up Aiden Chang. We've talked about it all game long for a good reason. He's got 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored today. His lone out, he flew out deep into the outfield. Chang with Nome on first. Not in scoring position yet. Lancers probably need 2 hits. Chang, foul ball.
Flashback to the first inning. First pitch he saw was sent over the outfield fence. Kind of set the tone early for Mount Marty. That was their one run in the first. They were able to put 5 more up in the third, but it has been tough sailing ever since.
Yeah, scoreless since that point. Mount Marty trying to fix that here in the bottom of the 8th, but 2 outs on the board. Morningside threatening to take us to the 9th in a tie game. 6-6 your score. Just missed there for a 2-1 count now for Aiden Chang, the senior catcher. It's a big moment for both of these teams. Morningside trying to force game 2. Lancers trying to advance to the GPAC championship game on Monday.
This quite literally for both teams could be your whole season comes down to these 2 innings. There's no guarantee of more baseball.
Out towards left field. This one is hit deep. Aiden Chang. It's gone. Aiden Chang for the second time today. Home run, Mount Marty. Mount Marty leads by 2, and they're going to be 3 outs away when we go to the 9th. Aiden Chang again.
I am speechless with Aiden Chang. Possibly the clutchest hit I've ever seen live and in person. Aiden Chang, left field wall. Gosh, Mount Marty's gonna miss that kid, but what a big hitter he is right now for the Lancers.
Finishing off his senior season with a bang. Lancers lead by 2. They will be 3 outs away when we go to the 9th. Morningside will have at least 2 runs to make up. 3 to take a lead. Zach Hagge going to be on the mound when we go to that 9th. And what an 8th he just had. Hagge had 3 up, 3 down in the 8th to force this tie game going to the bottom of the inning. Morningside had just put up a run before he came in. Owens now taking pitches. He's got a 1-1 count from Pratt, who just gave up only his 2nd hit, but a big one at that.
Tell Tanner I'm notorious for being a very nervous sports fan. And I'm not a fan here. I'm a commentator, but, you know, we do work for Mount Marty University technically.
Grounder
I'll finish
right between first and second. Owens going to get on. Owens has stolen 2 bases already today. His 40th and 41st of the season, far and away a single season record for Mount Marty University, and he's actually 1 away from top 5 all-time in the career list. That is how good this season has been. 1 more and he'll tie 5th all-time in career.
Like I was saying about Aiden Chang, though, notoriously, is like you can feel it's a big situation. Morningside has battled back here late. It feels like all the momentum's on the side of the Mustangs, but you look at the dugout when Aiden Chang came to the plate. You just kind of felt the energy in the stadium. There was supreme confidence across the board in Aiden Chang, and he delivered on probably the biggest stage so far in his career here at Mount Marty.
Mount Marty's 3 outs away from going to the GPAC championship game, scheduled for Monday. They got to finish things in the 9th first. Morningside has gotten their bats moving late in this game. They put up 2 in the 7th and 1 in the 8th, and they had a runner on third when that 3rd out came in the 8th. They're fully capable of tying this game back up and sending us to the bottom of the 9th inning. Lancers trying to get a couple more insurance runs here. Owens on first, Bachman at the plate.
This is the part of the order you want if you want insurance. Bachman, Vonnegut, Kondo.
Swing and miss for strike 1. Pratt, after a quick mound visit, not taking him out. Just some words of encouragement from Boobie.
There are 2 pitchers warming up in the Morningside bullpen. There's 2 in the Mount Marty bullpen as well, so everybody trying to get warm here late.
You need arms late in these games. Owens safe at first as the catcher tried to throw at him.
Strike was the call as well, so Bachman's going to find himself in an 0-2 count.
Vonnegut is on deck, but there's 2 outs on the board. Vonnegut. See if the Lancers maybe try and do something with Owens here, get in scoring position with Bachman here at the plate with 2 outs. 1-2 your score. As a 1-2 your count, 8-6 score.
It's a tough pitch to take for Bachman there, about chest high. It looked like it was just on the outside part of the plate, especially in an 0-2 count with 2 down.
1-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Out towards right field. This one is driven deep, and it is caught by the right fielder. That is out number 3. We go to the 9th. Mount Marty is 3 outs away from finishing this. The Morningside season hangs in the balance. Back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Mount Marty Lancer Baseball on KYNT.
Is it time for a new job? Aztec offers you the variety you seek. Aztec is now seeking employees for all shifts for the following positions: assemblers, painters, CNC machinists, and welders. Aztec offers competitive pay, 10 paid holidays, incredible 401k, paid partner leave, safety incentives, and a sign-on bonus for production workers. To apply for these jobs or see what others are available, go to aztecjobs.com. Aztec, go to connect from rock to road.
Hard Mountain Dew, the dew you love with a kick of 5% alcohol. It's a new flavored malt beverage available in 4 bold flavors, including Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, Live Wire, and Watermelon. Mountain Dew lovers of legal drinking age can experience the bold citrus flavors of the soft drink they know and love with 5% alcohol, 0 caffeine, and no added sugar. Experience hard flavors like Original Mountain Dew, Live Wire, Baja Blast, Watermelon, or Baja Blast Pineapple Punch and Mango flavors. Get your Dew today.
Let's start the 9th inning. These 2 games playing their 6th game in 9 days. Co-hosting this pod here in Yankton. Almost a storybook ending that had come down to the 2 of them. And Mount Marty's now trying to ride them out of it. 3 outs away. Morningside needs 2 runs to take us to the bottom of the inning. 8-6 your score. Odell at the plate.
And on the mound for the Lancers, probably the guy they trust the most out of the pen in Zach Hagge. He's got the appearances to show for it. You don't throw him that much if you don't trust him.
Once again, Hagge, 24th appearance of the season he is making right at the moment. That is tied for sole possession of second all-time on the Lancer appearances list in a single season. 1 away from tying the record. They trust this guy is what I'm saying. 2-0. Strike 1 delivered, looking for Odell. He does have 1 hit, 1 run once again. Morningside needs him to get another one here. You get your leadoff man on base and just puts confidence in your batters. Strike 2 looking. Got the inside.
This is the big part of the lineup for Morningside as well. Odell, Snyder, Crissetti. That's your 3, 4, 5 guys right now.
Out towards right center. This is going to drop. 1 on for Morningside. Now potentially the tying run is at the plate for the Mustangs. Odell stepped up. He's their 3rd man in the order, one of their best bats, and he did exactly what he needed to do. He got on base. Snyder now up, who has 3 hits in his 4 at-bats. Maybe the hottest 1-2 combo for Morningside through this tournament has been these 2 guys back-to-back. And that's the way they start off the 9th in a do-or-die situation. It's who you want. One 1-0 count after the ball throw from Hagge. Ball again, 2-0 count here. Is the call with a runner on first. 8-6, Lancers lead by 2. The Aiden Chang 2-run homer out of left field gave him this advantage. Strike thrown from Hagge there, a 2-1 count. Looking.
Both batters so far have seen the same start to their at-bats. Get ahead 2-0 in the count and then a strike over the plate.
Oh, throw from Hagge there. Make the count 3-1. Thanks for tuning in today, by the way. You're listening to 102.1 FM, AM 1450, KYNT. Also our streaming platforms, KYN TV. live on YouTube and Facebook, as well as the GPAC network. 3-1 is the count here. Haggie facing Snyder with one on. Snyder 3 for 4 and an RBI coming into this at bat. Haggie gonna walk him. That'll put 2 on, and the tying run now stands at first base. Tough start here. A single out to right center and then a walk. Courtesy runner comes in for the catcher.
That'll be Nathan Thomas.
Who's been here all day. And now Coach Tykro coming out to talk with his pitcher. You know, in a do-or-die situation here, Haggie is, you know, one of their better relieving arms, but they've got more arms they can use if they want to go with someone else. Not sure if they're going to take him out here or if Coach Tykro just wants to talk with his senior pitcher for a moment. But the Lancers do have their full bullpen open today. The only 2 arms that Coach Tykro said weren't available were their 2 starting pitchers of this tournament in previous games, in Palmer Jacobs and Slater Watterson. Trying to see who is that. Is that Liam Bates out there?
I believe
number 20. Yeah, that's Liam Bates
out there warming
that's
up.
another senior relieving pitcher, righty, Vancouver, British Columbia he's from. Bates has had some good spots this season as well, should the Lancers need him. Looks like Haggie's going to stay out here.
Yeah, they faked me out for a second. Tykro started walking out of the dugout, and then I saw Bates walking towards the door of the bullpen. Oh, looks like Bates is coming in. No, just getting a drink of water. He's back to warming up.
Lancers just need 3 outs.
What do you think the conversation was on the mound there? All right, triple play here.
Be one heck of a way to send your team to the GPAC championship. First pitch strike in the next at bat. That's Giacomo Crosetti, the right fielder. Had an up and down day. He has 1 hit, 1 run today. He's also only 1 for 4 and has left 2 on base today. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and miss for strike 2.
Yeah, it looked like Haggie pulled the rug on that one. Bottom kind of dropped out there at the end. Got him swinging.
Tying run at first base and an 0-2 count now for Crosetti. Haggie gonna get the K. Strike call on the outside there. And that'll be 1 down.
Crosetti did not like that call. Thought it might have been a little bit outside as it was working the outer half, but it's a call he's going to have to accept. And now with 1 down in the inning, changes how the infield should line up too. Might see him more double play depth potentially.
Double play would now end this game. Morningside's got to get both runners on home to send us to the bottom of the 9th. 1 out on the board. Blackman takes strike 1 from Haggie. Once you get that first one, your defense starts to settle in a little bit. 2 on with no outs, a massively different situation than what we're seeing here. Morningside agrees. They're getting a pinch runner in, get somebody a little faster to run. That's Caleb Blyle, the redshirt sophomore out of Mobile, Iowa.
Mobile, Iowa, not too far from my old stomping grounds. We played Woodbury Central growing up. They usually won.
In the 9th, 1 out on the board. Runners on first and second. That man at second is now Blyle. So 2 different runners just came in. Blyle now running on second, and Thomas is out there at first as well. They're getting fast guys out there trying to go around the bags. 0-2 count for Blackman after a swing and miss. Haggie trying to deliver for the Lancers.
Blackman is officially 0 for on the day. Reached on an error in the second inning and came around to score, but since then, ground out, strikeout.
0-2 pitch. Swing and miss, strike 3. Haggie's got 2. 1 away are the Mount Marty Lancers. Morningside still threatening, though. The tying runs are on the bags. They just got to get them both home. One swing of the bat changes this game dramatically. Haggy trying to finish it. We are near the bottom of the order now for Morningside. This is the 7th batter in the order in Wilt. He's DHing today, but he's had a good day. 2 hits, 2 RBIs. He needs more. And he's going to put foul. That's foul off the right field line. Oh, 1.
You say one swing of the bat can change things. Tell this guy is the reason this game was tied heading into the bottom of the 8th inning. A solo home run in the top half.
2 outs on the board. Mount Marty needs 1 more. Crowd wanted the strike call. Ball. 1-1 count with 2 outs.
We've talked about situational hitting throughout the day today. I wonder what the game plan is here for Morningside. I wonder what Wilt wants to do with the plate. I should say I know what he wants to do. He'd love to go yard again, but I wonder what the team is asking him to do at the plate. What's the coaching directive from the third base box?
With 2 outs, he needs a hit. 2-1. Out towards right field. Kondo getting underneath of this one. Mount Marty's going to the GPAC championship game. Lancers win in 9 in game 1 here in Yankton. Lancers won an incredible series of events, led to them co-hosting this pod, and they win the pod in their own home stadium. Yankton, South Dakota, the 7 seed, advances to the GPAC tournament championship game.
I'll tell you, everything that led to Mount Marty getting to host this, getting to go perfect in the pod, advancing to the championship game on Monday, it's the opposite of Lemony Snicket. It is a series of fortunate events, and they came big when they needed to most. This is a team that we talked about, and we weren't, it wasn't homer bias when we were saying this team's record didn't really reflect how dangerous of a team they were. I believe it was 12-16, maybe 12-18 in the regular season in the GPAC. 3-0 when it matters most in the pod championships.
Yeah, they go straight through the pod, as you said, 3-0, going straight to the Monday championship game, and they will await the winner of Briar Cliff Concordia down in Seward. Once again, I think they're getting a lot of rain down in Seward today. The last update we saw from the GPAC conference on their Twitter, I'm going to look at it again. Yeah, they've suspended games. They're going to be playing tomorrow at 1, so Mount Marty going to be tuning into those. Hugs all around for the Lancers as the 7 seed likely. Well, they just played their final home game as well for these seniors. As the 7 seed, they'll be on the road to either Briar Cliff or Concordia next week. And should they go farther, obviously not one of the 10 host sites in the national tournament. Mount Marty just finished up their home season, and these seniors walking off Riverside Field for the final time today, Braden.
It's just what a moment for this team. Maybe down the stretch, people might have doubted heading in. It looked like the wheels might have been coming off down late, especially with that Morningside series getting swept by the Mustangs to end the season. They've proved a lot of people wrong this week, and they've proved a lot, I think, to themselves as well about how good they can be. They've always known it. Coach Tyker's always talked about it, but when things needed to come together for the Lancers, they came together in a big way.
You allude to that 4-game series. The Lancers lost all 4 to in Morningside, and now they play twice in the tournament. Lancers win both of the tournament games, and they're celebrating over in right field right now. They've earned it. They're going to the championship game once again. Lancers 2 years ago had a very similar situation down in Doane, one of the underseeds, and they make it to the pod championship day. And then they lose 2 straight to Doane in a heartbreaking end to their season as the 4 seed. This year, as the 7, they advance to the championship game. Josh Tycro's team feeling good right now. We'll take a break here on KYNT, KYN-TV. We'll come back in a couple of minutes, begin our Aztec postgame show. We're going to speak with the head coach of the Lancers and Josh Tycro in a couple of minutes. We're also going to roll through the stats, talk about the Briarcliff Concordia game a little bit more, all coming up. You're listening to Mount Marty Lancer Athletics. They win in Yankton.
Hey, son, can you hand me that vice grip?
As any farmer or rancher knows, having the right tools in the toolbox is important. That goes for your ag lending as well. If you're considering expansion, restructuring debt, or purchasing equipment, call Dakota Mac. We have a toolbox full of lending solutions to help you with your ag financing needs.
Hi, it's Jeff Wolfgram from Dakota Mac. Call us at 800-682-4578 to learn how Dakota Mac products can work for you.
You pay what we pay with Ford's From America for America employee pricing event now through June 2nd at Lewis and Clark Ford. Get employee pricing on most new Ford vehicles. That means you can get a vehicle from America's great car company at below dealer invoice, and employee pricing is in addition to any other discounts or incentives available. See our new Ford selection at 4th and Capitol Yankton or online at lewisandclarkford.com. Employee pricing now at Lewis and Clark Ford.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's two best hotels, the Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate with flexible reservation changes, call either hotel direct, the Fairfield by Marriott and Holiday Inn Express. Two great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Are you looking for the easy way to travel? Let Foreman Charters do the driving for your next trip. Foreman has some amazing trips planned for 2025, including a 5-day Mississippi River cruise that features a Broadway production of Chicago running from May 27th to the 31st. Also planned is a Memphis and Nashville 9-day Music Lovers tour featuring Graceland and the Grand Ole Opry running June 16th to the 24th. For more on these and other 2025 Foreman Charter tours, go to foremanbus.com.
Did you know Sherco offers more than egg tarps? As an industry leader in construction, waste, and flatbed tarping systems, Sherco offers manual and electric tarp systems for not only grain trailers and grain carts, but also side dumps, end dumps, belly dumps, roll-offs, flatbeds, and more. To learn more, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best, demand Sherco.
All right, back here to start things off in the Aztec post-game show. Lancers celebrating in Yankton, back in the GPAC Tournament Championship game. First time in a few years here. Josh Tykrow going to come up and talk with us here in a couple of minutes, right at the moment. Everybody's being happy down on the field. So we'll go through and check out some of the game stats here today, all brought to you by the Meat Lodge. If you want top-quality meat at great prices, head to the Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the lake, Highway 52. We'll start it off with Morningside here today, the road team in this game. Give me some of their batting stats today, Braden. I know Snyder and Woods both had good days with 3 hits each.
Yeah, we'll start right there with them. You mentioned Snyder, 3 for 4, 1 RBI, 1 walk in this game. Woods went 3 for 4, doesn't score a run, doesn't get any RBI, but was really clutch in the bottom part of the order. Fortunately, nobody was able to really drive him home for Morningside. You had Michael Delzell. He went 2 for 3 with 2 runs and a walk. You had Jacob Odell, who went 2 for 5 with a run scored. Giacomo Crossetti went 1 for 5. He scored a run. He had a strikeout. Wilt, 2 for 4, run scored, 2 RBI, big home run in the 8th inning, initially tying this game at 6 apiece, but that ended up being for naught in the end with the Lancers coming out on top. One last guy to talk about would be Bunkers for Morningside. He went 1 for 2 in this one, getting a hit.
Go to the other end for pitching for Morningside. We'll just finish it up before we turn to the Lancers here. Lawrence ended up getting the start. He pitched 2 1/3. 6 hits, 6 runs, given up 4 strikeouts to 3 walks, 16 batters he faced through 58 pitches. Then Josh Pratt came in after that, and he finished up the game from there. He came in the third and went all the way to the end. Pratt had some incredible stats, Braden.
Yeah, and it's reminiscent of a broadcast I did last year. You were there, too, when KYN-TV was covering the State Legion tournament with Frankie Intveld from Yankton, where it's unfortunate that he gets the loss with how he pitched in relief. He goes 5 2/3 innings, throws 72 pitches, allows 3 hits, 2 runs, has 4 strikeouts. It's just an exceptional day on the mound as a reliever. I know you're going to look back, and he's probably going to look back and say, if I throw this a little different, if I don't give up this, maybe this goes different, but like, great performance from Pratt. It's unfortunate for him that he gets credited with a loss in the end of it, I believe.
For him, yeah, it was literally one pitch in the entirety of his outing. He threw 71 great pitches, that 72nd 2-run bomb from Aiden Chang, and that was the difference. Aiden Chang. Let's turn to the hitting stats here, and we'll start with him. He ended up with 2 home runs today and 3 hits as well. Ended up 3 RBIs, all on the homers, and his 2 runs scored as well. What a day for the senior.
Got to figure out if he changed something in his swing or his approach at the plate, because we mentioned it, coming into the last week and a half, 2 weeks of the season, he had 2 home runs. With his 2 home runs today, I'm pretty sure he's now tied for the team lead with 10.
Yeah.
So it's something that clicked for Aiden Chang down the stretch here, and boy, is Mount Marty happy that it did for their leadoff man. It was a good day across the board. 9 hits as a team. Jalen Owens was the only other one that had multiple hits. He went 2 for 5 with a run. 1 hit each for Ryan Bachman, Daniel Vonnegut, and Shugo Kondo, all of them having 1 run scored as well. Kondo did have 2 RBI, and then a 1 for 4 with 2 RBI day for Will Gardner as well. Jackson Nome scoring a run. He got on base with a hit by pitch. He was the other part of that 2-run home run with Aiden Chang.
Happy moments going on near the Lancer dugout. Some big hugs between families. Business is going to get back to business. Job's not finished for the Lancers here when they go to Monday, but for the moment, they're going to enjoy this one as it is the last home game for these seniors once again. It's not just they won this pod championship. This is the final home game of the year, and they get to walk off with a win.
Getting to, as you mentioned, just getting to walk off your home field as the last time you do it with your head high, knowing you played as hard as you could, knowing you won the game in the end is just, it's got to be a great feeling for these guys. You said it, you know, coded Kobe Bryant. Job's not finished, but it's going to be a big game on early next week, whether it's Concordia or Briarcliff. I know they're having their stuff moved around due to some rain down south in Seward, so we'll see exactly who the matchup is for the Mount Marty Lancers, but huge, huge day today for Mount Marty.
Keep it rolling with our stat recap. Let's talk about the pitching here. Jacob Walker got the start on the mound, and man, did he play well.
Yeah, 95 pitches thrown over 6 1/3 innings, so it was really down at the end of his rope there by the end. His arm probably felt a little bit like jelly by the end of it, but he pitched well. Did give up 9 hits, 5 runs, only 3 of them were earned. Had 1 strikeout, but was very good at keeping the ball on the ground, allowing his teammates to make plays behind him, which was crucial today. For 1, keeping his pitch count low, allowing him to go a long way, and then 2, just getting outs for his team.
Aspen Dahl came in next, and he did throw 2 outs, had 20 pitches, 3 hits, 1 run. He had a strikeout in there, faced 5 batters. He came in relief in the 7th and got the Lancers out of the 7th. Then in the 8th, Haggie came in for him. Tell me about Haggie.
Yeah, 20 pitches total, only 1 hit, 1 walk issued, 2 strikeouts over 2 innings of work, facing 8 batters. We've talked about it. He's 1 appearance away from the tying the all-time record in a single season for the Lancers, and that just kind of shows how much this team trusts him, how much Coach Tykrow trusts him. You let him go 2 innings, and there were some trouble spots for Haggie. It wasn't always smooth sailing. There were a few times where there are runners on, dangerous things could happen for Morningside. Tykrow, all he had to do was go out, settle the nerves on the mound, and then Zach Haggie had it from there.
That's your final stats today, all brought to you by the Meat Lodge. If you want top quality meat at great prices, head to the Meat Lodge in Yankton on the way to the lake on Highway 52. We're going to go ahead and take another break here on our Aztec post-game show. We'll come back in a couple of minutes, and we'll speak with the head coach of the Mount Marty Lancers now in Josh Tykrow. He just looked up at our booth and signaled he's on his way. We'll come back with him in just a couple of minutes.
When it's time to celebrate, Pizza Ranch is ready. This is Mike with the Yankton Pizza Ranch. We've got plenty of room and plenty of food on our buffet for everyone, loaded with pizzas, desserts, and the country's best chicken. Everyone leaves a winner, so make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch of Yankton, available every day from 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to Pizza Ranch. Whoa, that's good.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day one. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day one benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
The Dakota Theater in Yankton is always in need of volunteers. There's something for everyone, such as being involved with shows on or off stage, selling concessions, greeting, ushering, cleaning before and after, cleaning the bathrooms, organizing, helping with the lights, the sound, the costumes, decorating, and more. The Dakota Theater in Yankton is so grateful for every volunteer. Theaters for everyone. For more information, go to dakotatheater.org or call 665-4711.
Let's go to our Aztec postgame show, postgame interview now, brought to you by Rise Fuel. Gives you the power to push harder, go faster, perform better. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel. Josh Tykro, you sat down in this chair right now, you put on a headset, and you breathed a sigh of relief. You got it done, Coach. You're going back to the GPAC championship game.
Yeah, I am extremely proud of the team. I mean, unbelievable group. And this whole week, I mean, what a fun few days we had. You know, these are moments that none of us will ever forget, and that's what it's all about. And we're not done. You know, we're excited to keep playing and having this team out on the field together as long as we possibly can.
Was talking about it on the mic just a moment ago here as we're witnessing some players hugging families, because not only is the job not finished, obviously, you've still got ways that you're wanting to go. But this is also a special win because it is the final home game for these seniors. This is the final time they got to play at Riverside, and they get to walk off as winners.
Yeah, what a way to finish, you know, just our stretch here at Bob Tereshinski Stadium here, and all the support that we had from families showing up, families surprising their players, and, you know, like just seeing how it all worked out, just this entire process of us even playing here too. Unbelievably proud of our guys and how it all worked out. You know, God worked in this in so many ways, and just very grateful to get to coach this group of guys, and this is so well deserving. We work really, really hard all year long. This isn't just a late April, early May thing. I mean, this is from the second that they step on campus in August to now. Hard work, and yeah, very, very proud of them.
Let's talk a little bit about your pitching for a moment. Jacob Walker got the start, and he had an incredible performance. 95 pitches, 6 1/3. He went a long way, which is what you need in these tournament scenarios. Can you tell me about your starter?
Yeah, Walker had a really good start for us, and he's a great pitcher. He really is, and when he simplifies things, you see what you saw today. You know, just he can get deep into games. He can keep hitters off balance. He can throw, you know, a lot of different and execute a lot of different pitches, you know, that can keep guys just uncomfortable in the box. And he did that, and he gave us the opportunity to be where we're at right now, and that's, you know, winning this ball game. So Walker had a great start for us.
Aspinall came in after that, got you out of a tough situation in the 7th, which was good to see from him. I know he's been dealing with a shoulder thing, which is always nice. He struck out 4 of 7 batters on Wednesday as well. Had a good tournament. And then you turn to Zach Hagge to finish off this ball game, as you've done so many times. His 24th appearance on the season. Mount Marty's all-time record. We talked about it, did look into it. 25. He is 1 away. Next appearance will tie that record set in 2018 by Denning. Can you tell me about Zach Hagge and why you have so much trust in this guy?
Well, he fills up the zone so well, and he can just compete really hard. We talked about this before. You can put him out there for 1 out. You can put him out there for 6 innings. I mean, he can just do so many different things, and he's an ultimate competitor, and he always gives us a chance because you're not seeing a whole lot of freebies out there when he's pitching, and that's the big thing. And he's got good breaking ball that when he's landing it and putting it where we need and where he wants to, hitters have a hard time with that. And you saw that, in the top of the 9th there, after those first couple hitters, he made a fantastic adjustment there and executed very well. And that was his moment. I mean, again, you said all the appearances that he had, not only this year so far, but also just his previous couple years here. He's played a huge role on our pitching staff, and he earned every bit of that.
Got to talk about Aiden Chang for a moment, a guy who just walked into our booth, and we're going to talk with him next here on our postgame show from Aztec. But this guy, maybe the hottest bat in the country right now. 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th inning, ended up being the go-ahead runs. You hold on in the 9th, and you win. Yeah,
I mean, I can't say enough positive things about Aiden. I love him to death, and our relationship is, it's so strong. And just being able to see him compete like he does every day and work as hard as he does every day. And now, like you said, in the last few weeks, there's not a hotter player in the country than Aiden Chang. Sometimes I'm in the dugout and I'm in shock when they pitch to him. And he's just been so good for us. He brings a level of confidence and also maturity. I think that it's great for our whole team and our dugout to see that and to see the importance of, you got to believe in yourself. And when you do, the sky's the limit. And that's a big thing that we see that from Aiden every single day. And in the last couple of weeks, wow, that's all I can say.
We're going to talk to him up next, but one more question, Coach. Let's turn to the future here. Job's not finished. Championship game Monday afternoon or evening, whichever one it ends up being, Concordia or Briar Cliff. I don't know if you've seen this yet since you were obviously busy competing. The games got moved, so it looks like those are going to be tomorrow. So tell me about what you're doing during these games when you're going to be scouting a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be watching those ones for sure. I know tomorrow is graduation here too, so it's kind of a crazy week and weekend every year because we got our tournament, we got graduation on Saturday. So tomorrow, I think just for our team, we're going to take a day of just a day off, and these guys are going to be walking. We have a lot of seniors, right? And they're going to be walking tomorrow, and their families are here to watch that, which is really special too. And then we'll get back at it Sunday and prep for Monday's game.
Let's take a moment and talk to one of those seniors now. Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the pod championship. Go get the GPAC one on Monday.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you again for all your coverage and support.
And we welcome in Aiden Chang now, our player of the game, without a doubt. Alongside Braden Butler, I'm Tel Tanner, rolling here in the Aztec postgame show. Aiden, what a week this is turning into. Not only do you guys go 3-0 in the pod championship, you're going to go play a game on Monday for the conference tournament championship. You get to graduate college tomorrow as well. What a time.
Yeah, it's so surreal. And I think one thing just looking after this game is, man, we're guaranteed at least one more practice and one more game. And that's just something that's just so beautiful. No matter what happens on Monday, it's just been honestly a blast, and just like the amount of brotherhood that's building and stirring in the dugout. You said a key word about the future, and I can only be happy of what's going to happen. Even though some seniors like myself are going to graduate and walk and will be done soon, at some point, the next generation of Lancers are going to rise, and I believe that this game was a monumental moment for them to hook onto, to remember. So I'm just so grateful for my Lancer brothers.
Let's go to the bottom of the 8th inning for a moment now. Tie game at 6. You're about to step up to bat. Coach Tykero pulls you and the next 2 batters aside in Owens and Bachman, and you have quite a lengthy conversation there near the on-deck circle right before you go. Put one over the fence. What was he telling you?
Nothing much. All a blur, but...
well, what were you thinking when you stepped into that box, man?
Yeah, so my brother Austin texted me earlier today, and he's I have twin brothers. They're juniors, and he asked me what I do before I go up to the plate. And I told him that I always thank God for another at-bat, because I never know when it's going to be my last. And today, the verse that stuck with me was Proverbs 16:33, and it's, "We may roll the dice, but the Lord will determine how they fall." And so no matter what happened today, if we got eliminated or won and moved on, I just know that I'm grateful for what he's provided for me. My history in baseball has been a lot of rocky roads, a lot of sitting on the bench waiting for my time, a lot of failure, and it's miraculous how timing works now.
Aiden, let's talk family now. You're from California.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of guys a lot of family don't get to come out and watch every game. When's the last time you've got to see them? I'm sure they've been watching and probably listening right now.
Yeah. No, my my dad, can make it out a little bit more. His schedule is a little bit more flexible. But my mom hasn't seen me play since she went out to Arizona. But, being all the way out in South Dakota, it's been hard for my family to come see me. I miss my brothers. They're not able to join because of just the distance and school. Though I just know that my family, even if they're not here, some of the biggest supporters, they always tune in. They always love how you guys do it. Like, really, you guys put on a good broadcast for my family back home. And so as much as they're here physically today, they're always with me in spirit. So
as you're saying, let's talk straight to them. Let's give them a message here. As you are finishing up your final home game at Riverside Field, you walk off a winner, and even though they're not here in person, they're listening. Do you have any message for your family?
I couldn't wish for a better family. And truly, I am so grateful, and something I want people who do listen, and this isn't just my family, but make sure to go hug and tell your loved ones that you love them, because they're truly your best supporters and great supporters, and they want to see you succeed all the time, and they always wish the best for you. So that's all I got for my family.
Aiden, you get to graduate tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got a GPAC championship game on Monday. Congratulations on what happened today.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming up and talking with us.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Not getting a chance to talk to you, Aiden, and everything. You seem like a great guy. I wish nothing but the best for you in the future, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Go enjoy that one with your teammates, man. We'll wrap things up here in our Aztec post-game show here in Yankton now. Braden, what a couple of guys.
Going into that post-game interview, I wanted to ask, and maybe someday I'll get the chance to, but I wanted to ask him about baseball questions, right? But you hear him talk, you hear about, it's not between the lines with a lot of these guys. It's outside of the lines, and you just love to hear it. Maybe someday I'll figure out if he changed his swing, but I think right now it doesn't matter anymore, because that is a guy who, like he said, gets to go to one more practice at least, gets to go to at least one more game, gets to be with his brothers out on the field one more time, that brotherhood that Mount Marty brings, and that's just way more awesome than anything anybody could have said about the game itself, that we play between the lines. He's just loved guys like that getting to have their moments, and this whole team getting to have their moment today.
That's about going to do it for us here in Yankton. And we just got to go over our move and player, and I think we know both. The move of the game brought to you by Mason Traum. Are you buying or selling? Move with Mason and the Move Group. Bottom of the 8th inning, tie game at 6. Aiden Chang, 2-run bomb over the left field fence, gives them the cushion that they needed, and they took this game. And your player of the game from Avera Health, visit Avera.org today. That's that senior out of California, Aiden Chang.
What a performance, just not only today, we've talked about it at length today, though, just the entire season, but especially down the stretch for Aiden Chang, became the guy in the batting lineup. We heard Coach Tykro talk about it where he said, surprised when people don't just walk him. We had that conversation after he hit the home run between innings of, maybe they should have just walked Aiden Chang the way he's been hitting. But honestly, hindsight's 20/20. That's no shame on it, no disrespect to Morningside. But this is a great performance for him, and it concludes a great season for him.
That's about going to do it for us today. Final score, 8-6. Mount Marty goes 3-0 in the Morningside pod. Morningside will now await to see if they can maybe get an at-large bid into that tournament. Their regular season record does speak good for them, but it's been a weird year. There's a lot of good teams out there. Mount Marty will be in the GPAC tournament championship against either Briarcliff or Concordia. Morningside hopefully going to get one of those at-large bids and get another team in for the GPAC. That's going to do it for us today. Braden, anything final to add?
Nah, great day of baseball. Love being here. Love Riverside Field. Sad to see another Mount Marty season come to an end at Riverside, but got a great game on Monday, potentially either Briarcliff or Concordia.
Thanks to Scotty back at the studio for holding things down. Bryce here running our camera, keeping us on air. For Braden Butler now, I've been Tell Tanner. Mount Marty wins. They're going to the GPAC championship game Monday.
FM 102.1 and AM 1450 KYNT Yankton.